It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey.
Hello and welcome to the Lord's Brinko YouTube channel, and yeah, I'm here. I was a little bit involved, and I think you'll forgive me because one of my boys was doing a Ninjago Lego set, and he was going for it. So, and he wanted to show me what it looked like, and I didn't help him once. So he did his very first set, where he did it all on his own. So he wanted to show me everything about it. So I was doing that. So we have in the basement. Wow, I've not set the screen in the background, and it's a bit random at the moment. Right, we'll sort that in a minute. The Crummy is in the basement.
I do.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm looking for a bottle opener, as always.
See, okay. I've got the opposite problem. I've got too many. Got one within reach. 4.
I've lost my bullet one. I don't know where that's gone. That I got off Wish. I had a really nice one from America. I don't know where that is. I had one that was from the brewery, but I took it back to the brewery because I lost the one there. How could I not have a bottle opener?
I don't know. I don't know. It might be me because I have been messing around with my speakers, but you sound slightly muffled. But it might just be me. I don't know.
What about now?
It's almost like nothing changed whatsoever. Is it?
Oh,
is that mic definitely active?
You know what it might be? Let me just. What about that?
Try again. Better? No, still.
Hey.
Maybe it is me. I don't know.
He says. Now.
Oh, say some things.
Bit different.
That's different.
See. Okay, so the mic before was the one on the Logitech Streamcam, and this is now this mic.
I thought it might be. You're much more crisp. Yeah,
oh, good. Thank you. I like crisp.
Crisp. Emphasis on the P. Yes, very good.
You're in the chat. I can see, Crummy.
Yes, I was.
We've got Grilling and Chilling with Mojo. He's in the house. That's you.
That is me.
Mark Jones. Hello, mate. You southern wussies. Cheers. Thank you. Graham 101, the legend. Mark's calling us all slags. Trilby Phil, like again, surely not. I'm all, you know what I'm like. Surely you must be joking. Well, do you know the thing is, this time the computer was already set up, which is a plus. So, yeah. David Wilson is in the house. What a legend. Nice to see you, David. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Mark. Tom, check your Instagram chat.
Okay.
It's Simo Sups. Hello, Simo. How you doing, mate?
And Simo.
Hello, Stream Elements bot that I still don't know what you do. It is me, RGB John, the addict. Good evening, Hanson. Thank you, mate. Well done, young slumbers. Yeah, he's done really good. Oh, look at that.
That's what Jim's got.
Oh,
For those that can't see it quite right, it is a is that meant to say hoppy sampler pack from Sierra Nevada? It's Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, Torpedo, Dankful IPA, and Cryo Fresh Torpedo.
boom.
That's a good fair mix there, Jim.
Right, I'm going to put a background on here. Anybody got an idea for a theme for the screen on the back? I'll put a visualizer on. There we go. Like Knight Rider. Okay, so I could do that. But I've got a treat for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Your mind is about to be blown.
You're ready for this?
It's a bit dark, actually. I have set up, by the power of the internet,
a camera pointing at your crotch.
Yeah, crotch cam. But you can't see it because it's too dark. Let me just see if... I'll tell you what I've got. I've got this little fella here. If we put that there...
He's now shining a torch at his crotch.
Oh...
Why don't you go bigger screen? Kick me off to the little screen on the side, and then you'll get full view.
Okay, we do this one.
That's the one.
Bosh.
Bosh.
Right, so we're going to crack this bad boy open on the poor cam. Oh yes. I won't tell you how long it took me to do that, but it was ridiculous. There we go. It's looking very white. Let me just fiddle with the color settings because I know you don't care, but I care. I guess that one. Is it that one?
They don't just not care. They've fallen asleep now. They're bored.
Okay.
I want to see beer.
Beer everywhere. Oh yes, we love the beer.
Bum, bum.
Bum, 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 beer. There we go. Oh no, that's too dark. There we go. Somewhere about there. That looks about right. Right. Okay. So this has been in a van and jiggled about, but this is the weekend driver. There you go. Oh, there. Look at that. I hope you enjoyed that. It looks black on there, and I can assure you it's not.
Or is it? Oh, it's definitely not.
Ta-da. That's about right.
What style is this one?
This is an English bitter. So it's English hops, English grain. It's got English yeast in it. It's all English.
Nice.
Anglaise. So there you go. I feel like that was a lot of effort and probably anticlimactic, if I'm honest.
There's room for minor improvement. You can get better. You can get better. That's terrifying.
That is terrifying, isn't it? Right. I'll put that back there. Oh gosh, I've gone really dark now.
It is a bit gloomy.
So, Crumby, do you want to get some chatty bit?
Some comments.
Yes, I will click and drink.
That's fine. Next one is Kent Beer Reviews. He says, thanks, Trilby. I missed the previous one, but he says thanks. David Wilson saying how you're okay. Chris Lawson said, good evening, all. Good evening, Chris. How you doing? Brandon's in. Cheers, lads. Cheers, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
David Wilson says, Jim's got a nice pack. Derry's in. Says, hey up. Hey, Derry.
Hello, Derry. How you doing? I need to call you Deza then. That's really bad. I'm sorry. Don't know where that came from. Sorry, Derry.
The one and only Captain Meets Adventures in. All right, you bunch of sexy and spooky goblins. That's an interesting profile picture, Captain Meets.
Yes, I'm a little confused because that is not you, Paul.
Yeah. Hey, you're not allowed. It might be. Jim says, thanks, Mr. Wilson. Mark Jones, hey, Craig Bud, hope you're all good. Everyone's saying hello. Bramwell's in. He said, good evening. That's a cracking beer. There you go. He approves. Everyone's saying hello. It is indeed Captain Meat's Adventures from the 25th century because he's well ahead of his time.
He is.
John, could that be considered an ESB?
No.
It's not an ESB.
No, because it's not strong enough and it hasn't got the same complex malt bill. It's a very simple one. It's a 3.9 in the bottle, double fermented, and it's got a picture of a jag on the front. I'm just got a jag.
I can't see it at all. It's entirely
No, I know.
Jag.
It's got a jag.
It's got so much silverware in the boot of that car. It's unreal.
Isn't it just? Oh, and so I've got a real what's the word? Love for the E-Type because my uncle used to restore them. And funnily enough, I was watching a TV program the other year, and who should pop up on it talking about Jags? My Uncle Chris.
Well, that's that's unexpected. I've got a little E-Type tie-in. My form tutor at school many years ago. It was still a classic at that point, not quite that old. Loved E-Types. He had two of them, which on a regular teacher's salary must be most of his salary. Although to be fair, he probably acquired them during the law because they probably weren't that sought after in the 90s, which is when I think he probably bought them.
Yeah. They're a bit terrifying, weren't they?
Yeah, and he was quite a strict man, but he left Jag classic car magazines around his classroom, and you were allowed to peruse them at your leisure. Read any other magazine, and you get beaten with it, but those ones were fine. Apparently.
What a legend! Well, I've got a big pile here of magazines, and they are classic American.
Of course they are.
And
you are a classic American boy.
It's great. I love it. It's just got all sorts of stuff in there.
One day you're going to change your name to John Yeehaw Slumbers. I know it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, brother. Yeah, there's a few Hot Rod magazine in there as well. So I used to get to go in E-Types pretty much every time I came to Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
And I still remember we went out in this bright red E-Type. And it was the first time I've ever been in one. And literally, I can remember it like it was yesterday. And I could have only been 6 or 7 years old. That's how much of an impact that car had.
I'm sure. I've never been in one. I'm not sure I'd fit in one, if I'm honest. They're not that big.
And you're quite long, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, they're quite long bonneted. Maybe there is enough footroom. Who knows?
They're nice. Hello, Thomas Flynn. How are you? Oi, Pete. Hello, Brad Dad. David, evening getting better. Cheers. Yeah, I hope you're all right, Mr. Bramwell Backroom Brewery. I hope you're bearing up, old boy. Was just about to watch your 50% JD review, Tom.
But he hasn't, so please do afterwards. Thank you.
What do you do on that video?
It's just a whiskey review, but there's Jack Daniels did it was initially limited edition, travelers only. So basically, airport only jobby. I think they did release some into the general market. I think you can buy it now, but they bottled. They've not called it number 7, but it effectively is, but at 50%, which is what it would have been years ago, because I want to say post-prohibition, there's a rule for Tennessee whiskey, which was it could only go out the door at 50%. For quality control purposes. Yeah, it's interesting. You'd think they'd just taste the same, but like smacks you around the mouth a bit more, but actually it's very different. Interesting.
Thomas says, you heard what's been going on with Real Ale Craft Beer? Mental. Yeah, so...
No.
He's basically, there's a park near where he lives.
Already ominous. Isn't he? Hold on, isn't he off skiing? Have I missed?
No, he's come back.
Okay.
And basically, that park, the council has just completely abandoned that area. They don't bother doing anything they're supposed to do, and they've just left it. The park went into ruin. They've not maintained it. They've just left it. And the local community, everybody's been kind of doing things with that park. So put in plants and flowers and, all that kind of stuff. Now, he's digging out his garden. So he thought, well, you know what I'll do? I'll put all that topsoil up there because it used to be allotments up there so that we can maybe grow vegetables and bits and bobs. People have already planted like rose plants and stuff like that in what he's already put up there, and he's kind of allotted it up roughly, but I mean, there's like little walls around each bit. Anyway, the council have told him that technically he's fly tipping, and it's 50 grand fine if he doesn't clear it up, or he's going to prison.
For soil?
Yeah.
The stuff that's already on the floor?
Yes.
Where
in an abandoned piece of land that they've not done anything with or maintained.
Yeah, it's
I think if he goes to court, the council are going to look really silly.
I understand the technicality, but at the same time, yeah, that seems silly. Very silly.
Yeah. He did a little walk around of his area, and you can see it's like Kirklees in areas around here. The council just doesn't care. My daughter has changed my profile picture. I love it. Kids, eh? Jim Turner, like Rob, eats lager logs. How you doing? It's growing back again a bit. How you doing, buddy? Good to hear, Rob, says David Wilson. Bramwell says, Jim, hello, I hope you're well. And drinking great beer. He is clearly drinking great beer. Finally started my PhD, mate. Things are getting serious. I have no doubt, Derry, that you will breeze it. You'll get very stressed. You'll have one of those moments where you go really red, get really angry, and say, I need a cigarette. Because I've seen those moments. But you've got this. You'll be fine.
Do we know what the PhD is in?
It will be psychology.
Oh, serious.
I think. I'm basically one of her patients, I think, on the sly, even though she was working for me. So I think I featured heavily in.
Were you her dissertation from her undergrad?
Unknowingly. Luke John Frost, hello. How you doing? I'm in the pub having an early celebratory drink ahead of my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! We'll have to play some happy birthday music for you. Let me just find some. Oh, there you go. Sorted.
I've run out of whistle. He also says, by the way, thanks for having me last week, Sir Crumby. You're welcome, mate. I had a good chat on little Saturday evening, I think it was. Saturday evening stream. We were just chatting breeze for a bit. It was a good chill.
Shooting the breeze. I've got to do this. I'm sorry, chat. I know you're all going to go, you're miles behind. But, it's someone's birthday. We've got to have birthday music. So I better type it in. Happy. And there's birthday party. Happy. There we go.
We can hear nothing.
You can't hear anything. I love it.
I should have left it there, just complete silence with you going.
Why is it not working? What about now?
I think your mic's cutting it. I think that's the problem.
Oh, fart nugget. Oh, I'm so rubbish. Forget it. We'll move on. I can't do it, Luke.
Moving on.
I can do it, but I can't work out how to do it.
Guess we'll find out.
No. Hello. It's Simon Wood. I love that weekend driver. It's low ABV, proper old style. Have you had yours yet? Has it already come? Has it been delivered to you? Or are you still waiting for it? Is my question.
Outstanding deliveries.
It's Window Beer Reviews with Thomas. Good evening, Thomas. How you doing, mate? Birthday for me. What?
Everyone's birthday. It's
Right,
everyone's
okay.
birthday.
I've got to make this work. Crummy, can you cover whilst I make this work?
Yeah, sure. Thomas Flint says, Derry, good luck with your PhD. Is on the first year of one also. Well, yeah, good luck to you, Thomas. What's it in? Anything? I'm sure it's interesting to you, which is why you're doing it, but yeah. What's it? What are you studying? Luke says, just looking at what friendly and civil means. He doesn't know, apparently. Jim's just saying hi to Thomas. Luke says, cheers, Simon, and happy birthday for tomorrow. Derry's only a month in, and it's a head spinner already. I bet it is. Dun, 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 dun. Everyone's saying hello. Thomas says, yeah, no, the feeling. The amount of journal papers already read within the first few months. Something journalistic then. Interesting. Bum, 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 bum. Everyone's just saying, David saying hello to everyone. Jim says, back in the day, I used to drink Fuller's ESB. Do they still brew it? They certainly do. Certainly do. Not. It's very readily available in the south, but not much elsewhere. Luke John says, me like whiskey and Tom like whiskey. He's going to open his Dalmore 15 later tonight. Very nice. That's very nice. Luke just says, hi, Mr. Wilson, which I can't say without thinking of Dennis the Menace movie. If anyone remembers that reference. John's looking confused, so no.
I'm nearly
there. Thomas Flynn says, currently on the Rum Sunday Imperial Milk Stout from Brew York. Wow, that's a combo and a half. How is it? Terrific diss on...
Happy birthday to Simon Wood and Luke John Frost. Happy birthday to you. Lost tomatoes and poo.
Lovely.
I know another version, but it's just not. There we are. That was worth all the effort I felt.
That was beautiful. Thank you for that.
It was nice, wasn't it?
It was very nice. I got to a spam comment from Terrific Diss on Discord, not Discord, from the other streaming platform,
Twitch.
That's the one. Who wants to offer you promotions, which I think is a scam.
Yeah, of course it is.
So we're on to Simon Wood at 7:51. And his love for London Pride and ESB.
Oh, you can't go wrong with it. 7:51. There he is. Beautiful. Luke says local politicians for you. Okay?
Well, Simon, can we revisit Simon's comment again?
Yeah, of course.
He says, but the brewery closed a decade or so ago. I know Fuller's is very much still. I reviewed a bottle of London Pride last week or two. I mean, it was terrible, but yeah. No, there's definitely still there. The people from London will tell you that they're still very good, really. Maybe.
Is there enough room for him up there? Yeah, there we go.
Next to Duck Norris.
Yeah, I'm just a bit worried it'll fall off. Something about local politicians. Yeah, watch Simon's video. Shocking 50-gram fight. Yeah, I think. That's really helpful, isn't it?
He thinks.
I think that I don't think.
He doesn't not think.
No, I don't not think, but sometimes I don't think when I should think.
Sometimes he thinks when he shouldn't.
It's true.
That was a really high caliber conversation.
It was. You can have that for free, people. I got a feeling that when the council get bad press, That's the worst thing in the world for them. And the fact that it's on a platform that they haven't really got any way of blocking, doing anything with, I think, and the fact that he's gone around and shown the rest of the place and what a mess it's in, it'll only be a matter of time before the local papers pick it up, and then it's running.
Yeah.
So I don't think. It sounds like someone from the town commission has a hard on for some. Yeah, it does actually sound like that. ADC, evening all. Hello, ADC.
Evening.
How you doing? Hope you're okay. Thomas, he wants to know where you're studying. Be careful. Be careful. Don't give your address out. Also, sad to see YouTubers falling out again. Looks like Chris the Butcher has closed his channel. Right, on this, I
made it 25 minutes.
We've made it 25 minutes. We knew that this would be up in conversation. I don't want to talk about it or give it any time because it just is.
I don't know anything other than John said it might come up, so I've got nothing. Sorry.
If you want to talk amongst yourselves about it in chat, that's totally up to you. But I won't put your questions on the screen unless I have not seen it or whatever. But yeah, it's just got nothing to say about it really. So there you go. But I love you, Captain. You're. I like your old profile picture. Can you please put it back? Happy birthday! Debbie's laughing at me. Fuller's still brewing, just owned by Asahi. Indeed.
Asahi.
I feel like Trav from Australia told me that Asahi had said that they're no longer exporting any of their beers out to places like Australia.
Oh. Interesting move.
More of the whistling, please, Crummy. Watch out, we'll get a copyright strike. David Wilson, is it still in Wandsworth? Now there's a question.
You'd have to wait for the southern contingent to arrive.
The old cock and egg geezer.
The cock and egg geezer, I'm sure he'll be able to answer you that in about half an hour or so.
Happy birthday for the deaf community. I know BSL.
British Sign Language.
That's pretty cool. Sunward, same brewery in Chiswick.
There you go.
40 likes, and both of you sing happy birthday.
I'm going to sing it.
That was very quiet.
I muted that. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, the only problem with it, I think my nose just lands the top. The mute things on the top, and if I just glance it.
Oh, yeah.
It goes mute.
I've got one on the top of here, but it thinks I'm dead. It's touch sensitive, but if I've got no moisture in, there we go.
He's back up. He's alive again.
I'm like that with my phone. Some days I just press it. It doesn't do it.
I'm going to shout this beer out because I want you to remind me of when we get this Nottingham date sorted, which is getting ever closer to actually sorting out. I want you to try this. It's a local one. And I know you're a lager aficionado. I would like your professional opinion.
Oh, really?
It's quality.
Really?
I was very surprised. Not that they're not a good brewery, because they are, but like a lot of the stuff I've had from them has just been very good trad ale for the most part. And this is just like, I was like, wow. Yeah.
I've had Lincoln Green a few times, and I would say when I've gone to pubs, and if I'm feeling like I don't really know what I want, if I see a Lincoln Green product, I normally buy it. And it tends not to blow your mind away, but the beer is really well put together.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that you get a bad pint. So
do you know what you've had?
They do like I've had the bitter.
Tuck.
There's one that's green, isn't there?
So there's the Hood's green, and that is a Is that Session IPA or a pale? So Tuck's their best bitter. It's all named after Robin Hood things. Tuck's best bitter. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm getting confused now. Anyway, they're good. So just leave it at that.
I'm just gonna have a quick look.
Oh no, Hood might be the best
Hood.
bitter and Tuck's the stout, is it?
Yeah, Hood's the green one. I've had that one. Oh, the only one I didn't like is that gin and beer. It. We had that. At beer festival.
I've tried it. I'm not a gin fan. Botanical in my bag. So
I've had Archer. That's quite nice, actually. Yeah, and I've had Tuck as well, which is the porter.
Yes. Good. It's good.
And Marion. I've had Marion as well.
Well, this brings on very nicely to the next comment.
Forensic psychology. So working for me do you think that my mental situation helped you?
It might have been. And the takeaway I've taken from this is Derry's moved to my neck of the woods.
Indeed. Nottingham's awesome. I've read so much. I'm more confused than when I applied. My undergrad dissertation was on female psychopaths. Right, so it wasn't me then. So John, you were definitely my case study. Oh, cheers.
Yeah, you go.
John, is the tap room open tomorrow, or am I going mad? No, I'm not opening it. I'll tell you why. I was going to. No, I was going to do it, but I double booked myself, and I'm on a stag do, so I can't open it. But I'm going to open it next Friday, and I've got some guest beers from Creative Juices. So yeah,
Why do you get stuff from them for?
Because we know Paul, and the beer's good.
I'm joking.
Beautiful. Mine's sorry, David. Simon. I'm trying to. If you're talking to each other, I'm trying not to jump in. So I'm kind of flicking through. Mine's in business around consumer behaviour within virtual reality shopping, looking at what increases purchase intentions. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. I like it a lot.
Well.
I wanted to do virtual reality on, is it augmented reality where you put your phone and it does something to the label? Like
that's augmented reality.
That is, isn't it? Yeah, 19 Crimes does it with wine bottles, where if you do it some of the people tell their crimes. I think you told me this.
Me or Thomas?
I think you told me that.
No, I didn't tell you that.
Oh, right, okay.
Not me. I'm sticking with my theme for a bit.
Oh yeah, nice.
Donut beer.
Ooh.
Now, full disclosure, I've had this before. It's okay. It's fine. It's not quite as exciting as I was hopeful, but it's fine.
Nice. It makes me think of double dipping.
In which context?
Those that would use the the salad dressing thing you get at Christmas, where you have like Thousand Island sauce, garlic.
Yeah, the party dip.
Yeah, party dip, and then they had the carrot, a carrot or celery or cucumber, and they dip it in. They bite it, and then they dip it in again, and I just think that's filth.
I'm glad that's the variant you went for.
Yeah, that is. Rasco Disco. Evening greets. Happy damn new beer Thursday. Thank you, Disco. Thank you for your awards. We won, and with Anspection and Hob Day, Brewery of the Year from these guys, and I was well chuffed.
There you go.
So thank you very much. I'm going to frame it and stick it in the brewery. So it's awesome. Thank you very much.
Anspection and Hob Day, not the hardest brewery to pronounce quickly.
Yes.
Without falling over.
I have my pints of Anspection champagne.
That, and I've always struggled this with, but maybe other people don't. Amundsen? I still can't say it right. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I'm terrible. I can't. Yeah. I have this thing, right? When you watch my videos, you'll see that I do it. And when I talk, sometimes if I'm not really focused, the completely wrong word comes out of my mouth. And I don't know why I do it. And I do it quite a lot. And I do it at work. And they're like always correcting me. And Liz is correcting me. And the kids think it's hilarious. I did it the other, like literally, I watched back the videos that I did on RGB yesterday. And I was like, I do it all the time. I just can't get a sentence out.
Oh dear. I know what you mean.
It's weird. It just came back to me. I used to love a pint of Young's.
Young's got folded into. Hold on. I want to say Wells. Is it Wells? It's whoever. So the only reason I know this, in the supermarkets, you used to be able to get, years ago, before good beer really existed, you used to be able to get Young's double chocolate stout and Young's sticky toffee pudding ale. Then they disappeared for 6 months or so, and then they came back, but under a different brewery. And I think that's when they went under and got re-bought out, and they were never quite as good again.
Oh,
they're still available today, and I can't remember. Is it Wells? Let me have a little tickle on Google, see what we can find.
Thomas Flynn says the Imperial Stout is lovely. Disco. Mickey J9 for life, no matter what happened to my bros. Hello. That is one hell of a title.
That's getting a bit like Daenerys' full title in Game of Thrones, isn't it?
It's
right progressively longer. No, Young's are still going, but I wonder if
Drake and his family are going to court today. Are those the guys? I might have this wrong.
No, he's talking about Goldrake.
Oh, is this Goldrake? Right, okay. All right, well. Is it right? Okay, now
Young's are now owned by Marston's, and I think maybe have a tie into Witchwood based on some things I've just seen there. So there you go.
Nice. Probably the worst happy birthday song. What? I don't believe that. David saying I like disco. What? Hi, honey. Do you know, I've just gone to great efforts to play Luke John Frost, Happy Birthday, and he said it was the worst version he's ever experienced. Do you think that's ungrateful? You're in trouble with my wife, Luke. My wife, she's not happy.
You beat me.
Good to see the band and car back, working on counting coins, putting an order together. Mate, if you want some, I'll just ping me a DM on Instagravel, and I'll send you some. My pleasure. Demon91, hello. How you doing? Cheers. I'm gonna.
Cheers.
I put all the sediment in it. Woo.
I feel like I was mean about this beer. I bought 2 cans of this, and I think it must have been pretty fresh when I bought it, and I tried one pretty much straight away. I was like, it's okay, just not as bready or fruity as I'd hoped. It was just kind of a bit washy. Whether that was just a bad can, but this tastes like a jammy Dodger now.
Oh, nice. This is chestnut. It's roasty. Oh, my wife bought me cornflakes. I'm a happy man.
Is that your new beer?
This is my new beer.
What's it called again?
Weekend Driver, this one.
Oh.
It's one the Jag. It's not massively hoppy, but it's got a nice amount, very bready, and it's very light, and it's got a good mouthfeel. It's not bad at all. Ever so slight sweetness to it. Very nice indeed.
Very good, very good.
Very good, very nice. Just watched Randy Santel eating a burger, boys, in Talbot, Wales. He drank a Tiny Ramble IPA. Yeah, well, you should win in Wales. I was confused with Young's. Could we please shut the kitchen door so I don't have to keep heating it. You wonder why my electric bill is so high. I mean, ignore all the lights. I know. Everyone's hello. I'd sack all councillors. Utterly rubbish. You're one of them, so you've been without a job. Everyone's saying hello. What's your favourite imperial stout of all time? It's got to be the one that I enjoyed the most. Is Sierra Nevada's Narwhal.
Narwhal. Favorite of all time. Oh, if we're explicitly on stouts, that's tricky. That's really tricky.
There's some good ones.
There is. Don't know what to say. He's left me as well. I'm now just left with this pondering thought.
I'm getting another beer.
He's getting more. He's getting more beer. Possibly. Oh, so many. Hold on now.
Which glass?
I'm struggling. I'm gonna have to go back through all the ones I drank to work this out.
I'm going to use this glass. I'll give you a rinse.
The one that comes to mind is I push my fingers into my pies from Black Iris, the original one, which was like a cherry Bakewell Impy. The quality on that was insane.
Was it insane in the membrane?
It was insane in the brain. But I feel like there's probably one that beats that, but I can't remember what it is. So,
It's going to be. See, Crummy's had more beer than me. So, yeah.
How big are your cans? Your bottles?
500 ml.
I think we've drank the same because I'm on 440s and I've only just had 2 mouthfuls of the second one. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my gosh, this is just getting funnier by the minute. Money laundering, shooting a drug dealer, and they reckon Drake doing it, he's showing a lot of money. Honestly, I think you're lying. I think you're talking absolute waffle. There you go.
He's not messing around.
It's just, honestly, it's just a waffle. It would be all over the news, and it's not. Howdy, Jim.
Howdy.
Moderators, will somebody eject Mr. Mickey J9 for me? Thank you very much. Hide him from the channel permanently. Well, yes, we are. We will be doing a live, an imperial. My mind's going all over the place. An imperial stout. But it is going to be ready next year because we made it for Christmas. We weren't happy with it. And then we thought, oh, well, let's barrel age it for a year and see what it comes out like. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So, are we ready for another? We're at 8:02. Right, remember that because I'll forget. Let's do another camera port. I'll put on the torch.
8:02. It's 20 past 8. It's 20 past 8, mate.
I know. But the last comment I read.
Oh, I see.
Shabba ding dong. Right, I've got
Shabba.
the poor cam, which is even darker now.
Kick me, blow it up. Kick me out for a sec.
There you go. I'll kick you out. You're going for a poo.
No, I'm staying here.
I'll see you in a minute. Right, here we go. So, this is the Bandicart Irish Porter. It is, as you can see, a lovely textured label. This one, I've already opened it, so I don't need to do that again. Double fermented. What that means is, I saw it used on somebody else's label, and I was like, well, what's double fermented then? And they said, well, what we do is we put yeast in the bottle, and then it ferments again. I was like, well, I do that with my bottles, and they were like, "Well, you double ferment then." So that it gives it a bit more body, that's for sure. And if you don't murder the poor like I just did, you get a beautiful beer and slightly dark head on the beer. I will shine a light from the back of it. You can see that literally I can hold the torch to the back of the beer and not a bit of light comes through it. That's how thick it is. And it's currently available on the website. It's a beautiful beer. And I'm going to tell you what it tastes like now. I nearly ended the stream by pressing the wrong button. That would have been bad. Okay, so what does it taste like? Smells roasty, not particularly hoppy. Blackcurrant. Oh, slightly sweet, plummy, loads of roasted malt, little bit of chocolate in there. Not too thick a mouthfeel, quite thin because it is a porter. But loads going on.
Hello.
Hello.
You didn't have to, when I said kick me out, I mean like turn the video off. I didn't actually go anywhere.
You wanted me to turn the... I'm confused.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. You nearly ended the stream. It's probably better that you didn't.
It was close. I pressed the wrong button. Look at that. Left off where I was. Mersey Beers. It says good evening.
Good evening.
Hello. How are you doing? I think Simon will get £1,000 fine unless he takes it to court. A woman in Vale of Glamorgan whose bin was stolen and the contents thrown on the road paid £400 fine rather than 15 in court.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I think he needs to go to court with it. My favourite Imperial Stout would be Dark Lord from Three Floyds.
Yeah.
Nice. Demon 91. Luke said hello. I do give my address out. Isn't that Banana Man's address?
I like it, if so. That's good.
I'm sure it is Banana Man's address. I used to love Banana Man when I was a kid. Just for you, John. Thank you very much, sir. Is your name Eric? Yeah, it was Banana Man. I love it. Smash the like. Give it a gentle tickle. Maybe a nudge. If you're an angry person, feel free. Give us a thumb down. I'm not really bothered. Asahi Brew in local countries. I thought, yeah, they do. But from what I can gather, David, and I might be wrong, you know more about beer than I do, but they were exporting ESB and London Pride, and what was the other one? There's another one as well. I think it was Nuki Brown. I might be wrong. And they were exporting that, and then they've turned around to the exporter and said, we're not sending it anymore.
Oh, well.
Rubbish. Then smash a beer in a few gulps. Oh, my gosh. I tell you what, this is not one that you could just go for it on.
No.
I can literally feel my iron count going up as I drink it.
His blood platelets are going through the roof.
Mm. Cheers, Adam. I'm just going through the ones where you're talking to each other. That's Banana Man. Oh dear.
Injury time.
I got to admit, I haven't had as much beer since Christmas as before Christmas. I really cut down because I was ill.
I have not drank as much beer in January as any other month, but I did replace it a bit with whiskey, so it probably doesn't count.
Yeah, I'd say so. I stopped drinking all of that, the beers, and I replaced it with hard liquor.
Well, no, I mean, Yeah, I was enjoying the lack of volume and bloat. That was beneficial.
If you're going on for a while, I am game and have a few decent beers. Well, yeah, I mean, so tomorrow my day is lined up as sorting out the accounts for January because I haven't done that yet, and get all the receipts to my bookkeeper. She'll probably shout at me because I'll have lost some. And then me and Tom are working on a crazy stunt at the moment, so we might be able to put that out before the weekend. I think that'd be kind of funny. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to do. And then
just a forewarning for anyone that gives John an idea, who'll then include you in the entire execution of that idea.
It's true. That's how we do it. Well, if the person's got the idea, is passionate about that idea, then why not include them in the process?
Yeah, no, I like it. I don't mind really.
It's much more fun. And if it goes crazy, that will be very funny. So,
yeah, when you this time next year, Rodney, when you're multi-millionaire, just remember to give me a job.
I will, no problem. You can be chief tapper of keyboards.
Cool.
Jim says, I always thought that gin was a national spirit of the UK. Well, it kind of is, really.
Probably is, Jim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gin.
Depressing gin. Not your statement, but the gin. I don't mind gin.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Although the ones I tried at your brewery were not bad, I have to say.
Darius put, I'll try and make it next Friday then. I've not moved. I only need to go down to Knots every now and then. Ah, right, okay. And she did undergrads UDS. Love UDS, me. Tell me. Grand. What were you saying, Tom? You said something and I cut you off because I was reading.
Can't remember.
Okay. Augmented. Is that how far I'm behind? Purchase intentions. See beer, buy beer. That's true. Ever go to Camel? Hell yeah. It's the right passage is Camel. If you ever go to Huddersfield. Nothing else like it in the world.
Donut beer, Jim.
What's the reason for that?
It's called Dipper, and the explanation is it's actually brewed with real proper donuts and it's not naff donuts either. They grab them from a local I don't know, whatever you call a place that sells donuts. Bakery, delicatessen.
Donuttery.
Yeah. It's all right. Tastes like Jammy Dodgers. So, like, a bit sweet, cakey, and jam. It's nice.
Never found a no one ever has. There's probably a reason. I get 2 hours extra to sleep in disco, which means I will be up 4 hours before I start. I am doing a live tomorrow night.
Speaking of Luke, he has messaged me on Instagram to say he's free in about 20 minutes. If you want
to get him on. Well, we'll see how we get on. Because I know Paulio Coolio Giorgio is meant to join in us. So yeah, but I'm sure we can do something.
Sure, we could squeeze him in.
We'll squeeze him in. Young's chocolate stout was fantastic. Charles Wells and now
Marsden's. Talking about Young's went to Wells, but then got bought into Marsden's. So
yeah, Eagle Brewery.
Oh, maybe they did another stop off. They're definitely Marsden's now.
Man, they've been bought and passed around a lot.
Mm.
I can tell that this is a bit boozier already, and I'm only partway into this.
I can't quite talk proper.
Joey says, "Yeah."
Just like that.
Yeah, sorry, Joey. How you doing, my big American friend? Are you all right, mate? Nice to see you. Me and Jim were in the Funker 5:30 chat the other day. Jim made a very funny comment about the Russian military, saying that they had about the same power as Arkansas State Police. Which I mean, they could probably put up a fair fight, and I reckon, yeah, it's probably about right.
I'm not laughing too much after some global body decided that our military is no longer a first and barely not even a second rate force anymore. So I'm like, okay, let's be quiet.
Yeah, it's true. We're a bit of a mess at the moment, but good old politicians, yay! Oh no, we're not at war with anybody. It'll never happen again. You know, throughout history, where we always have wars with each other, and you know, it'll never happen again. We're just having economic prosperity. So let's just
We can't have. We've already had the war to end all wars twice. We can't have another one.
Well, that's what they're saying. Joey, can he plan at Luke John? Winchwood have been owned by Marston's for yonks.
Yes, they have. Long time.
Luke John brother, my wife. It's Paul Wright Lawns. How you doing, Paul Wright Lawns? What's that, everyone? I'm all right. Thank you very much. Welcome for joining us. Paul Wright Lawns, I'm guessing, does something to do with lawns.
I was going to say, I really hope he's a gardener.
Yeah, he's got like a little YouTube thingy in his name. So I'm going to check his channel out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know. What's cracking?
Simon said hello to Brother Paul. I'm just flicking through. Luke and Paul, I am hanging out with the apostles. This is sweet. Where is Judas?
You've got John as well.
Not me. Matt Williams. Evening, guys. Hello, Matt Williams. How you doing, buddy? Matt Williams is a regular. Lovely bloke. Hey, Paul, my snowplowing cousin. How are you doing this fine day? So maybe he doesn't do lawns. Maybe he plows snow instead.
It's a good beer to do that with.
Yeah, I think it is. You can. It's one of those beers. It's quite rewarding. So you can literally have a couple of them, and you're done. You don't need. And if you want to have 5 of them, you can. You know, it's low ABV, sessionable. I've been talking for ages, and we'll get some beer. So I will do the clicking, and you do the talking for a bit. Tom, what do you think? Is that a deal?
That's absolutely fine. Let me locate our position. Right then. Joey says, Matt Williams, are you from the UK? There was an American baseball player with that name. Is the only reason I ask. I think it's a very common name in the UK, so it's probably unlikely. Great, thank you, says Paul Wright-Lawns. Luke John says, good to hear, Paul. Mersey says, John, have you ever thought of doing collaborations with automotive-based and religiously named buoys? Buoys. If you want to do an automotive one, there is one down in Bicester. They're at the Bicester Heritage Site, and they are called something Monkey, actually, and not the one you think I'm going to say, because that's not
gas.
Oh, it's not Gas Monkey. It's
Grease Monkey.
Hold on. Let me have a look.
Banana Monkey.
Bicester Heritage Brew. I've been as well. This is a really annoying thing. In fact, I'll tell you what, the guy was there at the second karting event.
Oh,
with the wagon.
Yeah.
Wrigley Monkey.
Wrigley Monkey, yeah. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
I
They're
like
good. Yeah, you should get on with them. They do some good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get Imperial. Says Joey. He's singing a song that I don't know what the song is, so I can't sing it to the rhythm, I'm afraid. Simon Wood said North Star, I think it was called Great Imperial Stout. That's a Northern Monk beer. Tom said all top 3.
Oh.
Geez, all top 3. See, it's not. So if we're just going on Imperial, my favourite is actually not an Imperial Stout, but an Imperial Scotch Ale, and that's Colonel Custard's Christmas Ale. It's Imperial Scotch Ale by Black Isle. Stunning beer. But I'll keep thinking on actual stouts. But Joey says He was looking up and down for a Devil's Road Brewing or something that was going to have both up. Okay. Yes. Luke's had so many stouts, it took me a week to get to a top 20. Fair. I don't know why, but I reckon Thomas Flynn used to play darts a little. He said, darts, terrible player after a few. So you doubled the board. Always a Reds in. He says, evening chaps, how are we all doing? Spot on.
Hello,
mate. How are you?
always a red. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you.
Luke John suggests that is the mark of a true darts player. Thomas is laughing at him. Murray said, Joey, there is. Emmanuel's and Goldstone are the only religious ones I knew.
Goldstone? I've never heard of Goldstone.
No.
I know Emmanuel's. It's the guy who does the podcast.
He does the what?
He does the Hop Forward podcast, I think it is.
Okay.
He's a lovely guy. Very nice man.
I couldn't see that without diving into a what's his name from Faulty Towers, the waiter. Oh, it's Manuel. Yeah, that's
Manuel,
yeah. Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Joe says, do you ever play dart chicken? It's where you stand in a group, throw 5 darts straight up in the air. The last person to leave the circle wins. No, Joey.
Not something I can say that I put down as a pastime.
That's no, can't say I have.
No.
Joey says that beer is darker than my soul.
It is dark. I mean, it is unbelievable.
Thomas says, "Oh, a double camera setup, very posh." It is a bit. I don't know why you sound like that now, Thomas. Sorry, it won't be every time. John Dartbeer looks fantastic. Certainly did. Yes, Joey. I have a head like a metal girder falling from 10,000 feet. Okay, Luke's got his inbuilt safety helmet apparently. Great to see you always a red, says Simon Wood. What's that called, says Thomas? I think it's talking about your beer there, John.
That's called the Brandon Carr Irish Porter. They're available on the website at the moment. I have put them up.
And it's very tasty.
I'm thinking I might do a beer giveaway tonight where one of you, if you're in the UK, can win a box of beer. But I'm trying to work out how to. I need the spinning wheel of spinning wheel of what fortune.
Yes, you do. I'll carry on going while you're looking for that. Luke says, I've got a decent sour and 11.8% stout to review if you're game Handsome John. There you go. I think he's talking about doing live reviews on the stream.
Oh, right. Okay.
Luke John, if me and you headbutted each other, it would be like continents colliding in the Jurassic era. Brad, what you got planned for the weekend, lads? Anything interesting? Sorry, Brad says, what you got planned for the weekend, lads? Anything interesting? I think I have a rare free. Oh no, I'll tell you what I'm doing this weekend. Opening weekend of the Six Nations, mate. I've got a rugby and beer weekend.
Oof. So hangover from here.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Nothing else really. John, what about yourself?
What am I doing this week? I've got a stag do on tomorrow night. I don't think it'll be that wild, to be totally honest, knowing the people that are going. And then
you've got to make it wild. Sambuca from the start, all the time.
The problem is, a lot of them are younger than me, so I've got to be that sort of older, slightly less.
Not having it. Sambuca now.
Yeah, well, I'm not having Sambuca because I've got to take the ball. One of the boys is skateboarding tomorrow. One's got football, and my daughter's got dancing. So there's only so much alcohol that I can consume.
I'm hearing lots of excuses here, John.
You're hearing lots. Right. If you want to enter the competition to win 12 beers, then you need to go to my Instagram page, which is Lord's Brewing, at Lord's Brewing, if you've got Instagram. If you haven't got an Instagram, you're out of luck. Go to Instagram and DM me with the words, I want to win beer. And then please. And I will then enter you into the spinning wheel of death. and then we'll press it together, and then and then
I'm not already doing it.
and then basically you can have an entry into the spinning wheel of death, and you might win some beer.
Nice.
Nice for free.
Whip 8. That's a good. Oh, that was whippier than I expected. Whip 8 says, "What's your plan for the end of the world?" I'm going to. I want a two-part question. Really, I feel one is like how it depends how much notice we're getting. If I can feasibly mobilize, then it will come as no surprise to most of you. I'm heading into the remotest bit of Scotland, just because it may as well be pretty while it ends. And it's half a chance that you might survive. If it's like it's happening in 10 minutes, I'm sure there's various nefarious activities I can think of. But also, I mean, I've got a rack of whiskey, which a whole lot of unopened bottles are. So I'm going to go try those because, as well. What about you, John?
What would I do? So I've got a friend who's got a vast gun cabinet, and he doesn't live far from me. So I'd be going down there, and we would be arming ourselves up. And then there is a spot, which I will not disclose, which is a very good tactical position and is relatively, what's the word, airtight. And we would all go there.
Is it inside one of your brewing tanks?
No.
That's fair. I mean, what if it's like a proper immediate end situation where a gun's not going to help?
Just get me as close up to it as possible where it lands.
Fair. Drive into it. Do you think the beer industry is recovering?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's been busy. I've done better this month than I did last January, and I doubled our turnover last year. So yeah, it's doing all right, despite all the gay saying, naysaying, and carrying on.
Good. Joey says, time to go nuts for some donuts. Thomas Flynn says, custard donuts are the best type, no debate. They are good. Ones in Tesco were 60p, now a quid, and that's a year's increase. That is inflation.
What's that?
Donuts in Tesco used to be 60p, now a quid.
Wow.
That's a big old hike. I mean,
Jim, I can't get glass bottles to America, unfortunately, I'm afraid. I'd love to enter you into the competition, though. We'll try and send Jim some stickers. Right, okay. Derry wants to win beer.
She also wants to know, with a nice segue, what is the difference between the OG Bandon car and this one?
So this one, it's unfiltered. It's completely... well, saying that, Derry, you had the OG one originally when it was in bottles. It's not dissimilar to what it was before.
Oh, wow.
But it's nice. It's very nice. It's different to what it is in cask.
Yeah. I will say, people, I'm purposely kind of flicking through and picking out either interesting questions or beer chat rather than just absolutely everything. So
yeah, you go for it.
Andrew's in. He says, "Cheers, guys. Hope you're having a good evening." Cheers, Andrew. Thanks for joining. Joey says, "Paul is a friend of the community. Amazing individual from Buffalo."
Cool.
Yes, I feel like that's probably referencing something that I've skipped by. Anyway, sorry about that. Thomas wants to know, can I ask the Americans in the chat, what's it like living there? I mean, it's like saying, what's it like living in Europe, I guess, because it's a big place. Big place. David Wilson's happy to see bottled beers back on sale. Hope for more as the year progresses. Yeah, boy.
There's a lot of us going back to bottles, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, I reckon we'll get a swing back again, possibly. It's interesting. It's all yeah. I like that both exist. I mean, from a storage perspective, cans are easier. I can get more cans in my beer fridge, but somehow bottles always feel like they taste just a little bit better.
Yeah, there's something about it. Although, if it's green glass or clear glass, it always tastes worse.
Oh yeah, it's got to be the stuffy, dark, old school ale bottles. It's the only ones that are any good. Joey's replying to Thomas's question about what it's like to live in the US. He says depends totally on where you live and how much money you make. I'm in Ohio and it's still pretty cheap, but California's crazy expensive. It's truly like 50 tiny countries, the USA. There you go, indeed. Jim says right now it's not the greatest living here in the States. I think most people feel about that wherever they are at the minute. Mark Jones says, are you two into sours in any way? I tried one last week from Vocation. Had chili in it. That's my mission this year to get into sours. Different, he says. I don't actively buy a lot. I don't hate them, but I don't always love them. I've got a sour review coming out probably on the weekend that is the only sour I've had so far that actually tasted like beer, and that's what I'm going to tell you. It was good. It's good. John hates sours in all their forms, so I'm going to answer for him.
I just can't do it. I'll have a go. I've had a Gers. I've tried a cherry lambic, but I can drink it, but enjoy is.
Yeah, I know. It can be difficult. Irish craft beer guy Alan Mead is in the house this evening. All how you doing, matey? Thanks for joining.
Alan Mead!
Thompson was just asking because he's considered moving to the US for a number of years and to teach. It's interesting. Everyone's saying hi to Alan. I've looked for the most cost-effective way to get to the States, but equally want a good area. Simon Wood just says, please, 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 I miss Bandon Car. John's saying nothing.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He wants to win.
7,
That's why he's saying
8,
please. He wants to win.
9, 10. We've got 10 in. 10 wanting to win.
There you go.
Let me just double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Yeah, that's it.
Well, it's not Bandon, but it is Brandon. He says, wish I could have a beer with you folks, but staying sober this month. He's doing Sobebuary, which is a different one.
Ah, why not?
Sobebuary.
It's not a bad thing to take it easy. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. Irish, Alan Mead. I was about to read his full title out again. Alan Mead says, I'm always missing out living in Ireland. Well, missing out, but
it's annoying, isn't it? I'm sorry, man.
Jim says, Simon, please, please, please is one of my favourite songs from the Smiths. Sort of segue there. Simon Wood says, it's his birthday tomorrow, as we already learned, and he's replying to Alan Mead. And I have to fly to work in the Philippines for 2 weeks. How are you doing? No, it's not the best birthday present, unless you really like the Philippines, in which case it might be. Derry says, John, you can drunk with anyone, that's no lie, which is not a sentence. That's not English, Derry. John, you can drunk with anyone, let's no lie.
It's true, I can drunk with the best of them. Can't
I? Mark Jones just says, that's me out then. Not sure what for. All right, then.
Mark Jones, I thought you were. Have you not entered, Marky boy? Oh, because he's not got Instagram. I'll add you in just because I know you. I know you. Yeah.
Joey says, probably end of the
uncanny how our prime.
Sorry, no, go on.
I'm just saying how uncanny it is that our Prime Minister looks a bit like Roland Rat.
A little bit. So he is. Joey says, the problem with the end of the world question is that everyone will panic and quit their jobs, so you won't be able to do everything you want. Well, that's true.
That's a solid. He's got flu.
Oh, no.
Dude.
Brad Evans says, I've entered through my missus's Insta, which is an interesting euphemism.
Okay.
Could be.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I think I've got you. I've got you in there. I think I've got you in there.
And Simon Wood's only just out of bed having had a fever. Everyone's ill. Everyone's ill.
It's not good, is it? Not Saturday Night Fever.
No. John, would you ever consider putting sleeper lager into bottles? Would it work, or do you think the carbonation would be an issue?
Yes, it would be an issue because we don't have a way of doing it to get the carbonation correct. All these bottles are hand done. So
Brandon wants to know, are these all Lord's beers? Brandon at 8:45. We're only 7 minutes behind now. I'm really
yeah, boy. They are. They're Lord's beers, and you will be getting Lord's beers.
I got my Jeep because I know you like it.
It's a Rubicon.
It's a Rubicon. It's an adult Lego loop Rubicon.
Do you know why it's called the Rubicon?
I don't go on.
So they were spec'd up from the factory, and you could the Rubicon edition meant that vehicle could do the Rubicon Trail straight out the factory.
Oh, is that it? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. The bonnet lifts up, or the hood for our American viewers.
It should be a nice inline 4-litre cast iron block and head push rod engine. Nobody wants the V6.
Doors open as well.
That's very nice. You should be able to just slide the doors off, and the windscreen should fold onto the bonnet.
You probably kind of can. Yeah, I don't know where to put this now because it was on my shelving and I kind of sorted it all out and made it pretty, and this kind of just looked weird. So now it just kind of moves around the room.
It should be on the. Hey, it looks good. It looks good. You should make like a little, get some Lego rocks and make it like.
Yeah, it's just where to put it because it's not all. It can't always be there. But yes, so I'll do something.
It's true. We should. I think we need to really attempt to take over America. I think it would solve a lot of problems.
Or give them more problems. One of the two.
Yeah, I was going to say that might not be
I'm not sure that's going to solve anything.
No, I don't think it'll solve anything, actually. Me too, Joey. Which is cheaper, cans or bottles? In what way? To buy or to manufacture? It depends on your equipment. If you're a brewery and you've got a canning line, then it's very cheap to can a beer. If you haven't got a canning line, like myself, I have to send it away. It costs about 1,600 quid to can about 4,000 cans of beer. And then you've got the beer, and then you've got the label, and then you've got the transport and the Arlington and the bag for the Arlington, and it goes on and on and on. Lab tests.
Jim mentioned the monkey, so now it's happening. I'm going for a
yeah,
a Belgian cherry stout.
Oh, very nice. Tom loves a blow monkey in a bottle.
I've got a lot of it.
We are great allies. We technically, it goes like this: USA, GB, subsidiary of USA Limited.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, totally. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
They're not bigger than us for a start.
Yeah.
The only thing, there's two things I think we might do better, but I don't know if we do.
One of them beer.
It's totally speculative. I don't know if we do beer better. We do cask better than them because they don't know how to do it, do they?
Oh, yeah.
They have no idea how to do the cask. They're like, that's stupid. Let's just make it so the beer lasts longer, which is a great idea.
Dripping everywhere.
So this is my two things that I think we might be better on. Actually, there's three things. No, two things. The first one. So Jim is literally going to murder me in the comments. I reckon our SAS and SBS are probably one of the best, if not the best, hardcore bad boys.
I sound uneducated now. What's SBS?
Secret boat service. So you've got the SAS, which is air, and then you've got the boat version.
Secret. Well, sorry, I don't know what it is about that sounds funny.
It is funny. It is
Secret
funny.
boat service. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you always feel like when you hear somebody that's like SBS, you think, is that a sofa company? No.
Yeah, it sounds like they're selling like 3-piece suites at 0% APR.
Yeah.
Like,
And then the only other thing I think we might do better is our MI5 and MI6 are incredible.
there you go. I'm going to go and wash this very sticky stout off my hand. Back in a sec.
Yeah, go for it. Everything else, I think the Americans do better than us. Pretty much, apart from cask beer. That'd be the third thing. You do V8s a lot better than us. You've got a problem with diesel engines. I know that. You can make massive, massive diesel engines that do awesome power that are just incredible, like a 12-valve Cummins. Yeah, surprised I knew that, aren't you? But I've got in my 3.5-ton van, which Joey's been in, that has got a 1.6 diesel twin turbo, and it flies. It'll do over 100 miles an hour. Does 45 miles to the gallon, and it'll probably do 40 miles to the gallon, maybe 36 with a full load in it. So there you go. Yeah, you can bottle condition. Yeah, well, these are bottle conditioned or double fermented, marketing talk. In bottles, yeah, you can't do it in a can because they have a habit of going pop. OG Banneker, I scored 8.9, and the can 8.3. It's definitely, I prefer it in a bottle personally, but I said that even when we were doing the can, I preferred it in a bottle. But some people don't. Although it shouldn't. Although it shouldn't, bottle beer always seems to store and taste better. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It shouldn't. If anything, it should be better because there's no light on it. But yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yes, Thomas. I'm not a fan of sours either. No, I just can't get on with them. Anybody else want to enter the competition? Say now or forever hold your peace. We've got one more request has come in.
Controversial.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Can I go controversial on the things we do better than America?
Yeah,
I know you won't agree, but automotive engineering is superior.
Are you kidding?
2 words.
Are you kidding?
2 words. Gordon and Murray.
Well, yeah, but you can't. Oh, I don't know.
Cosworth.
Right. All right, yeah, Cosworth.
Almost every Formula One
wasn't
team.
Yeah, that's true. A brewer friend of mine down in Durban, South Africa, calls beer in green bottles industrial beer. Yeah, it is. So the problem is with it, David, is when you. So these are in brown bottles. I've seen beer in blue bottles as well before, ironically. Blue, green, and clear bottles. The reason why the bottles are tinted brown is to stop UV light from going through the glass, which causes the hops in the beer, which are a close related family to marijuana, from turning into that smell. It's the light that does it. So when you crack the lid, it smells like skunk. And if you ever get a skunk beer and you open it, then take it back because it's been light damaged. So yeah,
There you go.
I prefer beer out of a bomber 750ml. Oh yeah, do we get them? Yeah, we do get them here, don't we?
750s, yeah.
Oh yeah. Worst I've drunk is a warm Newcastle brown with a tab end in it. Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
No.
That's really rough.
No.
Yeah, it's true. 100%. 100% true. It is really, really true. And you can even get skunked from the strip lights inside the supermarket. That's how bad they are.
Surely green bottles aren't worse than clear, though.
No, they're just as bad. They're on par.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Grumpy bin.
I appreciate the thought. Anyway, Simon, thank you.
Joey's inside Joe Truth. Brother Mick. Didn't even notice my terrible spelling. Sorry, I meant that John can drink with anyone in relation to a stag do is true. I do drink. I can put it away. Derek Canning, you done a meeting with a supervisor hungover yet? Can we get a discount on Lord's beer for tuning in tonight? Well, I've done them pretty cheap anyway, so they're quite low on the old price. So, yeah.
Look at his beard. Look at his beard, John. Look at the beard.
Beard. It is a beautiful beard. That's a superb beard. But I can't.
David's in Johannesburg, I believe.
It cost me a fortune to send it there.
I'm not sure. Unless he's
yeah, it's true. If you type in Joey Edibles at checkout, you get 0% off and an error message. Yeah, that's about right. It's so funny. 5 litre. Call that an engine. My Mustang GT had 5. Yeah, I know. We don't have big engines here. Not really. Can you think what the biggest production engine at the moment is in Europe?
Europe, it'll be.
Would you say the Mercedes engine 6.3?
Yeah, probably. I was about to say whatever Pagani use, but I think they do use Merc engines, don't they? So,
they do. Yeah,
I think that's probably 6. Did
Yeah.
someone bore out the 6.3 on the Brabus G? Well, it's very niche. I think. I wonder if the Brabus G63 got bored out to 6.5 or 6.7 or something. But that's the biggest by a reasonable margin. A Ferrari 6 litre V12s, I want to say.
No, I think they're a lot smaller than that.
Are they?
I think so. I don't know.
I'm
well out of touch with the car thing. I've got a car channel.
I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me just check. 812.
Oh, the spinny wheel is spinning.
Spinny.
It's just flicking around. Anybody else want to enter for beer?
Boom. No, 6.5 litre V12. Ferrari's big front mid-engine cars.
What are they?
6.5.
Ah, so they are bigger then.
Mm-hmm. That's probably about.
Jim's such a nice bloke. He's such a nice bloke. Right, shall we do the spinning wheel of death whilst we're here?
Do it.
I still think the Americans do cars better than us. And
we'll never agree on this subject, so you spin that wheel.
I worked on Jeep and Chrysler for many years. Many years. And when I went to Volkswagen, I could not get over what a load of crap they were.
That's fine. I don't dislike American cars, by the way. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. I will say the Americans tend to use older technology for longer. They've got this theory of if it's not broke, don't fix it. And then if you do fix it, go mental. Yeah. Right, here we go. This should work.
Why have you cut it? Are you messing with the results, John?
I just pressed add and then it appeared in the background.
Oh, it's still going.
Here we go. I haven't clicked it yet. It says click to spin. Are we ready, people? We're going to click. Right. And we're going to spin. And off we go. Are we ready for love? It's James Morley.
Woohoo!
There you go. Bosh. There you go. I will send you some beer.
There you go, James Morley. Is James Morley in the chat?
James Morley is Derry's husband to be.
There you go. Nice.
So she's on the stream, and then he sneakily entered and won himself some beer.
There you go. Everyone's a winner. Well, one person's a winner.
How do I get rid of that? Stop sharing.
Bum, 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 bum.
I feel like I want to listen to music really loud. By the way, John, me and the wife just bought a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo altitude days ago. Freaking love it. Oh, yeah, the Laredo. So in the UK, when we got the Laredo, so here it was. So, right, story time with John. So when we did the Jeep product in the UK, it was imported by a company called Seeking, and they were all left-hand drive and converted to right-hand drive in the UK. And they promoted Jeep as an extremely prestigious brand, much like Mercedes-Benz, which, if you're in America, you kind of laugh because it's like, yeah, it's not really a Merc product. It's not like Mercedes, Jaguar, Porsche, Ferrari, Jeep. It's just not the same. But that's what they did. And they stuck the word limited on everything. And the Grand Cherokee Laredo had velour seats. It was a manual 2.5 turbo diesel, which had an engine made by VM, which was Italian, out of a boat.
Lovely.
And the Laredo was meant to be like the bottom spec thing. It had everything else, just the cloth seats, and it had black rubber bumpers, and that was like the low level thing. But as I've learned, the Laredo in America is a bit more off-roady.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where we are in the comments in comparison, but Simon Wood has pointed out we've missed an absolute blinder here. Bugatti.
Oh, of course.
8-litre W12.
Yes. How could we forget? Big old.
I mean, it's 2 4-litre engines slapped together, but yes.
Which you can't knock because ultimately the Aston Martin V12 is 2 Mondeo V6s bolted together to make.
Are you telling us it's actually 4 engines slapped together then?
What's that?
The W12. It's actually 4 engines slapped together.
No. That's. Have you ever seen a W8 Passat? I'd love to get my hands on one of them.
Oh, did they just do the what was it called? The Fate? Was it the Phaeton?
Oh yeah, we all used to lovingly call that the fetus.
Lovely. Yeah, did they just slap the Phaeton engine into the Passat? Was that?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, but they're really narrow. So when you look at them, they're quite wide, but they're very short. So there is it's typical German engineering, and as always, there'll be way too many parts, and it'll be massively under-engineered, so it constantly breaks.
It's all right. My van's only going in for its 4th CV joint next week.
It's them wheels, man. Them wheels. It will. Those CV joints cry every time.
It's the insides. It's not.
It's the inside ones.
Not the wheels.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Yep.
Are the shelves in the background in any order with the quality ones on certain sections?
I might be referring to my whiskey.
I think so.
Not really, other than at the moment. I've only just rearranged this, Thomas. So it was just a mess of empty beer cans at one point. It wasn't a mess. I started procuring my favourite can designs and then realised it was all getting out of control and I needed to simplify the world a little bit. Right now, this shelf here is Scotch and Irish, and the top is Americana. So there's more premium, less premium on both shelves. I've just split them like that for now. It may change. It's an ongoing thing.
For the good, for the nice. Whatever happened to returnable bottles? That is a good question. Those bottles, if I wash them out properly, you could use them again. No problem.
I do it all the time for homebrew.
Yeah. I always think it's a tragic waste when you throw these in a glass bin, and I just think to myself, like, if I wanted to right now, it's cold down here. I bet I could peel this label off. There we go. There you go.
Not so
There's a little tiny bit of glue, but yeah, you can pull it off like so.
stick it in dishwasher.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Be
Good
fine.
work.
It's such a waste. I feel like there's this thing. Oh, we got recyclable bottles, plastic bottles, and it's like, well, yeah, just have somewhere where you can actually. In America, they do it. I'm sure they do.
They do in Europe still as well, I think.
Yeah, and Mexico. I know when I went to Mexico, the driver pulled up and he was like, "I've just got to get these," and he had just bottles and bottles and bottles of Corona that he went and cashed in.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Wonder what the nightlife is like over there. I don't know where. America.
Maybe
Car
America.
stores here in the States, always special events. Oh, yeah, it's a shame.
You can get cask ale at 7 a.m. in the UK if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. It's Weatherspoons, but it's possible.
Mm. Special boat service. Evening. Surprise live. Hello, Il Corvo. How are you doing?
I very quickly on the special boat service. The first time you said it, the only reason I found it funny was like, so this whole series of events went through my mind. Which was like, right, we're going to do this new task force, and they're like, right, it needs to be super undercover. And then someone came in with a suggestion of no one expects the banana boat, and that's all I could think of.
On the back of the all sat the banana boat being towed.
Yeah, no one suspects the banana boat.
It's true. That's funny. In the States, Thomas, pretty much anything you want is here. You just need to be in the right area. Again, it depends on the state. Different states have drastically different liquor laws. It's true.
I found out something earlier about the US and in terms of liquor laws. Some states, they decide what to buy in terms of liquor at a state level. So liquor stores in some states will all have the same stuff because the state decides what it's buying in.
Oh, like Utah. Utah's like that because they're all moving.
I don't know who's got what laws where, but yeah, that's the thing. So like, if you own a bottle shop in some of those states, you don't get to choose. I'm going to go buy vodka from this person, rum from this person, and whiskey from this person. You're just told this is what you're getting.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Very odd.
Yeah, I know certainly in Utah that's the case because it's a Mormon state, and the Mormons control everything that goes in and out of that state.
Are they dry? The Mormon people?
Yeah, they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be. That's true. Delta did base themselves on the SAS, and I'm not taking anything away from Delta Force at all because they're badass. Has anybody watched the series called The Unit back in the day?
Oh,
funny story.
Yes, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did.
I love that. I remember we were watching it, and my mother-in-law, she said, "Are you watching The Unit?" And to my wife, and she was like, "Yeah."
Who?
She goes, "He's bonking the Colonel." she's bonking the Colonel. Oh, no.
That's a euphemism.
Yeah, so that became a thing for a while. Lydia, fancy bonking the Colonel? It's funny, isn't it?
You know why Paul's late tonight, don't you?
You what?
You know why Paul's late tonight, don't you?
Bonking the Colonel.
Busy bonking the Colonel.
Oh, dear.
I like that. That's great.
Funny, isn't it? Might find an American lass to my bit in strengthening the UK and US alliance. I think you should do that. Yeah, that would work. Never heard of SBS. Learn something new every day.
I was the same. No one expects the banana boat.
It's true. That's their slogan on their.
That's the slogan. Yeah, it's in Latin, but it says no one expects
Latin.
banana
Yeah,
boat.
banana boat. I've seen many UK servicemen. The quality of life of the Royal Air Force is better than that of the US Air Force. Is it really? I feel like.
Are you sure you didn't watch the Blackadder episode with Lord Commander Flashheart in it?
What do you mean?
Woof,
I
woof.
think like I don't know. I guess the other side to it is our Air Force is tiny compared to yours. I mean, tiny. Tiny. John, UK Special Air Service with the template for all US Special Forces. Charlie Beckwith is the father of Delphos. Hell yeah, brother. That's awesome. Love it. I'd love to, Brandon. I'd absolutely love to. I think I'm probably on a no-fly with Canada. I've got a strong suspicion.
Can you imagine? Yeah, possibly. Would you like to know what the SBS phrase would be in Latin?
Yeah, go for it.
It's Musa navicalum nemo expetat. No one expects the banana boat.
Oh dear. Now, if there's somebody turns up in your canal outside your house, Crummy, it's on you.
I don't have a canal. I'm good. It's fine. I'm far away from large bodies of water. It's fine.
Oh man,
No one
that sounds legit though. If they learned that, like, and it was legit, you'd be like, wow, you know.
Everything sounds legit in Latin, though.
It's true. But yeah, I'd love to have some beers in Canada. I just think our mate Trudeau probably doesn't want me there. My guess after doing that live stream and sending money, which then they seized. So yeah, DJ Mikey Mick here. Mickey Mike.
DJ.
Mike.
Do you have those keyboards at school?
Oh, you really are boring. Let's find him on here.
All right, John.
It's flipping Golddrake's
Is
talking in a it's the same old nonsense. So moderators, when you click on the three buttons, it'll say it'll give you an option to put user in timeout or hide user on channel. Just hide him on this channel because then he's got to go away and then set up another account and then do it all. I don't believe you for 1 minute at all. And why do you need to come into our live stream and tell us it's like just get on with life. Just get on with it. Plenty of my friends have been in trouble and gone to court and stuff. I don't feel the need to go on live streams to tell random people. My daughter, do you live in a barn or a field? Can you shut the door? Thank you very much. Cheers, kids. Regarding intelligence and special forces between the US and the UK, it's different needs. We are a tiny nation, so each man has to be 120%. The US has many more resources. You train with what you got to win. It's true, but we do have a lot of reach in other countries. You'd be very surprised, because that's a new word I created just then, how much the British are embedded in the world. That's what I would say. I think there is definitely some legal political things worth commenting on in the UK versus USA debate, but that's a whole can of worms. It's true.
Probably best not.
No, let's not do that. He said dry Jan. Well, technically 70% dry Jan. Yeah. Bugatti. It's true. I'm off to Brazil on Tuesday for a couple of weeks. That's nuts. Good beer there. Be summer, so want it cold. Right, Crummy, you're going to get some comments. I'm just going to pass the mouse to you. If you just grab it off me.
Thank you.
I'm going to get another beer.
Enjoy. Right then. Joey says, John, if you came here and I was like, yo, I got a buddy from the UK showing up and wants to see everyone's powerful American car or truck, you would be floored.
I'd love it.
He would be in his element for sure. Gold Drake's in the chat, and he says, "I have got a fan club," and he's rolling his eyes. He's come to tell them all off. Simon Wood says, "Bring back the Zivankel rotary engine. I had a 1.3 liter, a 270 NGP 20 years ago. Nice.
Oh yeah, they were technically
NGP was meant to be BHP,
weren't they? Those Wankel rotaries were theoretical 3 litres, weren't they? But no one could actually work out capacity properly.
Yeah, and they ate oil like it was going out of business.
And the tips wore out, and then the gaskets went in between the chambers. And Mazda still
it's a nice idea. Thomas Flynn says you can add code Flynn to pay 10% more at checkout. Might work.
Yeah,
Gold Drake just saying hey to Joey. Graham's 101's back in, and he says, "Is it a quiz?" It's not a quiz.
no, just giving beer away because I'm that kind of guy.
Brandon says, "You guys ever chug beers? I ain't ever seen any of you scull a brew." No, the beer's too good, mate. We're here to savor and enjoy.
Well, we have something really interesting here called the Portman Group. And as somebody that owns a brewery, I would not allowed to.
I would not allowed is probably not.
I would not be allowed. I've had 2 beers and I'm well wonky already. I would not be allowed to promote that in any way, shape, or form, or be seen to be doing it.
I'm not part of the Natalie Portman group, so am I allowed to?
Yeah, you can do it, but I can't.
I'm not going to. I just want to know that I can. That's all.
Not only that, but in a bar or any pub in the UK, it is illegal to pour a drink into another person's mouth.
Is it really?
It is.
Interesting. I've seen a lot of illegal activity then. Thomas Flynn says, enter for a beer that will be a good brand name for a pub. LA Speed Check, Mountain IPA.
Boom shakalaka. Yeah. This one
is getting on it.
5.5%, quite a bit more than.
He's getting there. There. Congrats, James, says David. This is what everyone's saying. Congratulations, James, for winning. /Derry. Derry says he's lingering. I know he's in. He says, James Morley says, I'm here. And everyone's saying congratulations. Well, congratulations again. You won some beer.
Boom shakalaka.
Where is he? Jerry says, bro, I want like a third of the people in the States have a Jeep. It's a lot of people. David says, I bought a car for when I'm in the UK. Can't carry enough out on my bike. He's got a 1968 Morris Minor. No MOT, no road tax, 84 quid insurance. One up from that.
No way.
I can't think of a Morris Minor without that Top Gear episode where they just rolled over constantly.
No, that's not a Minor. That was a Robin Reliant.
Which is the Minor then?
The Minor's a 4-wheel thing. That doesn't roll over. It's the one that looks like a.
Oh, was it?
It's like a Beetle, but like.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes.
But not quite as good.
To be fair, David, that is cool. That's a cool car. That is cool.
So if that's a 68, that's probably did a 68 ever? When did they start building those? They were post-war.
Yeah, I think they were post-war cars.
Because the early ones had a split screen as well in the front. Which was very cool. I've absolutely murdered the pool.
We didn't even get to see crotch cam.
So yeah, no, I can't be bothered because by the time I faffed around with it, right? Okay, so it looks very orange, but it's actually very yellow.
It's actually white.
Yeah, that's the true color of the beer. It's funny, isn't it? What a difference the light in here makes to the way the beer looks.
Yeah, I have an endless problem with that when I'm filming beer, so it never quite comes across right.
Get a torch. Oh wow!
I do use a torch, and it's still not quite.
That is hoppy.
Nice.
After the other two, which are like not particularly hoppy, this is like so it's dry hopped. It's very loud, fine, resonant.
Jim's first car was an orange 1974 AMC Gremlin with an inline six front bench seats, which were perfect for days. Jim, you rapscallion.
You dirty dog. So the funny bit is, so that inline six was what ended up in the XJ Cherokee. It was based off that engine because the original Cherokee was effectively an AMC. And AMC was like the poor brother or cousin to the big three, which was Ford, Chevy, and Chrysler. And just was like a parts bin car. But the Gremlin, they did the Gremlin and the Pacer. And have you seen a picture of a Gremlin?
I think we've seen it before because I think Jim's mentioned this before.
Yeah, it's got like a flat back and a big long bonnet, and it's meant to be a compact Econo car. And you're like, that thing's not
Not
in
compact.
the UK, not compact, not an economy
You're
car.
like, that is not a Toyota Aygo.
Definitely not.
You get the Toyota Aygo on Jim's bench seat. Never mind the rest of it. Look who it is! How long have you been stuck in the basement?
Just about 5 seconds, but I just felt like waving. So
Oh, that's good and enthusiastic. I like it.
waving is my new favourite.
It looks like if you do it fast enough, it looks like you've got lots and lots of fingers.
Lots of fingers.
Oh, that's what that Trent Water does to you. Look at him.
Fucking hell.
I love it, David. That's the right thing to do.
I meant Thames Water. I've got the Trent. I got confused.
You're not the only one. I'm very confused. For a minute there, I thought Tom had bright sunshine outside a window next to him. And then I realised we've got the brewery. I thought, hang on, what's going on here?
It's good.
Oh dear, we're getting raised. Get them raised, Tom. Get them in, son. Get them in. God, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Love it.
Dear.
Love it. How you doing, any couple of puffs? What's happening?
Well, I'm having a beer.
Oh dear.
And I've forgotten how long it's been since I've had really hoppy beer.
What have you just been drinking?
I'm having Mountain IPA. LA
Oh, your
Speed.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, very
And it's
nice.
like, rah.
It's like rah, isn't it?
It's like, oh.
I'm gonna crack open a beer from you.
Oh.
Weekend Driver. That one.
Nice. That's what John started off.
The bitter with a nice car on it.
Jag.
Yeah.
Is that Jag?
Oh, you got an echo really bad.
Or me?
Yeah.
Let me have a cheeky doodah.
Yeah, just go in, press that echo button off and then echo button on, and then it seems to solve it. I don't know why it does that.
That's weird.
Solution.
Dun.
Any better?
I think so.
Better.
Yeah, loads better.
Yep. Stop.
Excellent.
Gone.
Echo.
Oh, I want to see Paul's face. He has got a cold, so if he likes it, the cold didn't do anything. If he doesn't like it, it was all the cold.
Just got a cold, yeah.
Oh, we've got a smoke on it.
Smoky.
Smoky. Talk about
What happened to our favourite car park dwelling Ewok tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well Ben. When Mark's supposed to be on it.
I don't know where it's gone.
It's varnished.
He's varnished. He's shining right now. It's a very nice colour. I'll say that off the bat.
It is flipping black on this side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. There it is. The Guinness.
You could call that like Yorkshire Black or something, John.
It is quite. Well, holding up. It's not really helping because the light's shining on me, but it's a very ruby red colour, and that carbonation is mental.
Is it fizzy?
That's crazy.
crazy. I like it a lot.
There's like you put crystal malt in this.
Crystal meth? No, no
Crystal meth. You put crystal meth in this.
Let me have a look. I'll tell you what we put in it.
I'm off my tits just smelling it.
Do, 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 do. It has got internal server error. What the heck?
It's got an internal server error.
I wonder
Yeah,
if that new malt, that new hop variety, the internal server error.
that's weird. We've never had that before. I wonder if they're updating tonight.
That's not bad at all.
David, I'm just going to continue with the comments while John looks at his server errors. David Wilson says, "Tom, half a stout in spoons in the morning with breakfast, just as cheap as a coffee, apparently."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Doesn't mean just because it's the same price doesn't mean it's a good idea, but it is the same price.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Mike has called that beer in the recipe. It's called it Stavros's Jag.
Why?
Of course.
Because it's Steve that created it. Yeah, it has got crystal malt in it. You're correct.
It
Yeah.
when I first whiffed it, I thought that smells like hobgoblin.
It's got 1, 2.
Is that what that
3.
defining thing is?
Well, yeah. When hobgoblin came out, they were like, "Oh, we use crystal malts. Crystal malts. It's dark malts, but not like stout malts, but dark malts." And crystal was the thing with the hobgoblin. That was their trademark, I guess, for a while.
Interesting.
But yeah, that smells like hobgoblin to me, and I like hobgoblin, so that's been win.
It's got a crystal 110 in it. It's got 4 types of malt in that.
It's not
265 kilos of malt in total.
Ooh. Ooh.
There you go.
And seaweed.
I like that.
Seaweed.
That's very nice. That's a win-win. I proper fancied a bitter, and that's that's it. They're laying on the head. And look at that. You probably won't see that. Look at this. You can't see fuck all. bottle number. No, you ain't seen it.
No, we're not saying
Just
anything.
turn your light down. Turn your light down, and then you can see it.
Won't be able to see me then. That's probably a good thing. Everyone's saying, "Whoa."
Paul's having a conversation with himself. This is good.
Yeah. No, can you see it? Can you see it?
Is that number 1?
That's number 1, baby.
Yeah, the first bottle.
No,
Well, technically you don't, because Bramall has got the first bottle because Steve flipping sent him one without a label.
Bramall, you massive bumhead. Is he in? Pardon me.
He certainly was, if he's not still. John, if you want to pick up comments, David at 0914.
I need a wee. I'll be back shortly.
Okie dokie. South Africa do 750ml growler bottles in pubs as returnables. I think we do 750ml growlers, don't we?
We do.
Mad Giant Brewery in Johannesburg do crates of 12 500ml returnable bottles for their beer. Pay deposit, take care of the crate, or take the crate of empties back.
I have a guy that comes into our bar, and he has a 3.5 pint growler, and it's a thing of beauty. It's like a proper metal. I can't remember the name of the company now. It's an American company, and it's got a tap on it as well, and you can fiddle around with the pressure on it and all that. And he comes in and he orders 3.5 pints of our IPA once a week, fills up his growler, and it's a thing of beauty. It's a lovely growler. As far as growlers,
it's got a magnificent growler.
He's got a magnificent growler. It's huge.
Does it take a CO2 canister for the pressure? Is that how it works?
I think so. I haven't actually had a proper old sort of studied it, but it's but it's got a little tap on it, and you control the pressure as it comes out, and it is a thing of beauty. And he's got it in a nice sort of copper colour as well, so he's quite proud of it. The old boy.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
It's important to be proud of your growler. That's the takeaway.
Everyone should be proud of their growler.
Indeed.
Remember that, ladies.
Joey says in Oklahoma you can only serve beer at less than 4%, and then it has to be at room temperature. The Mormon states have way worse laws. It's hard to import beers between states. Less
True.
than 4.
The Moomins.
The Moomins, yes. The Moomins, their fault.
They're all
Bloody
finished.
Moomin.
So I saw your Jeep Rubicon, and I raised you a Land Rover Defender.
Oh, what?
Okay, fair. I get
Okay.
you. I get what you're saying.
That's a Lego
Which
Jeep.
one, John? Which one's going to break down first?
This one.
That's
And that's why I rest my case about American engineering. And the only reason a Defender exists is because of the Jeep, because the guy who created Land Rover bought a Jeep after the war and studied it and copied it. But yeah, this is Mikey's RC car, which is a rock crawler, which we were talking about the other day and saying we need to get it out. It's got live axles and all the bits on it. It's very cool.
Here's the problem, though. Whilst we all know that one's going to break down first and it's going to be a nightmare, it's still the one I'd buy.
No, I'd have the Jeep.
Despite that.
Is it?
Yeah, I'd take a proper Defender over a Jeep. Yeah.
No.
Even though
Hello. Good night. Sorry.
I'm just a Jeep fan now. I worked on them for years and years and years. I was just like,
And they didn't put you off.
no, I really like them. I mean,
That's a good thing, then, surely.
they're annoying to work on. They're not like anything else you've ever fixed. I mean, for a start, you need every spanner known to man because there's metric, there's Imperial and Whitworth on everything. So you need lots of spanners. But on the whole, like their engines, in all the time I worked for Jeep, I only ever took 2 engines out. And the reason that they had blown up is because they'd been abused. They tend to last very, very long. The diffs, the Dana axles, just, I don't know why. I think it's our roads, the way we drive here. Joey knows we drive very fast on very tight lanes a lot of the time.
You drive very fast on very tight lanes.
No, I don't.
Yeah, John. That's try to speak for the rest of us, you absolute animal. I've always quite liked a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I've always thought they're quite nice looking on the eye.
I like a Grand Cherokee.
I'm not sure how else you're supposed to look at them, to be fair, but yeah, they've always looked quite nice, Grand Cherokees.
They did the first Grand Cherokee, and occasionally you see them here. They did I think it was a 5.7 Hemi one, and they go like the clappers. They are rapid.
Wow.
They just look like a normal Grand Cherokee.
Who'd have thunk it?
I've been through Utah. Hard to get a beer. Keep driving to another state. In fact, I've got $1 from Utah and a sticker from Diesel Brothers that sent it to me, which is very cool.
Sorry, John. Pick about that car you were just talking about. Was that a Cherokee with a Hellcat engine?
No. So the first one, say you would have 1996 ish.
But they're doing with a Hellcat engine now, don't they?
Oh yeah.
I had to try and jumpstart one of those in a field in Belgium once. That was an odd experience.
Wow. Oh, that's one thing as well. I don't understand this, right? When I worked on American cars, I could not understand. I have never changed so many batteries in my life. And I even had one explode on me on an MOT bay. It nearly killed me. So I was literally in the engine bay looking over it for its MOT. Everything was all right. I turned my back. I walked around the other side of the car, walked all the way around. The driver's door was open. I went to get in the car and boom, the battery exploded. And when it went, it sent chunks of lead through the inner wing and through the outer wing.
It was an AGM battery.
It's the original Jeep battery that did it.
Yeah, but it's an AGM, as in lead acid.
Yeah, lead acid. But yeah, Jeeps. The batteries that came over from America were, I don't know what it is about them. They just do not last 5 minutes.
What?
Yeah, very strange. And Optima, Optima, I always see him in American videos. Optima batteries. And here, honestly, you buy one of the cheap ones down at Halfords, it'll be better than an Optima battery. I think all the battery companies have got together, and I think they've decided that they only make a battery last a certain amount of time. I honestly think that. So anyway, I'm just ranting on about cars. I think the idea of Car Scout 7 a.m. is quite useful for people on night shifts. Yeah, I bet it is,
Everyone's got different body clocks and things and different shifts and all that, so we shouldn't judge.
I know an old boy, and he's a night owl. So he tends to be up at weird times. Oh, look at that. That's a super.
Is that it? Is that the growler?
That's the one he's got.
So Bramwell just sent me that. He said, I think this might be what Paul's talking about.
That looks exactly like the one he's got. It is a thing of beauty.
Oh, I've just seen the price.
Yes, they're not cheap. They are not cheap.
285 of your English pounds.
More expensive than a beer monster. But yeah.
Quite a bit more expensive.
You can't carry around with you, I guess. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice, that growler.
Funnily enough, tonight, just before I came on, I was phoned by a lovely gentleman who does lots of stuff for breweries, and he's got a line of growlers. And yeah, and I can buy them in at £8. He literally said a line of growlers have vanished.
That's it. A line of growlers, and he fell off his chair.
Yeah, that was too much.
Don't go for a pee.
Oh, right, okay.
Gone for a wank.
Paul! Animal. And then, basically, they're
eight. The bishop or whatever you said.
Yeah, that's
in the kernel. Yeah, £8 with our branding on.
Nice, isn't it? Well, our plastic ones. Plastic
metal ones, stainless steel ones. Yeah. So I was like, I wouldn't mind buying them. And if I could just make it so that I could get cost for them, I don't need to make any money on them, because ultimately, if I can get people to fill them with beer and then come back to the tap room and fill them up again, that's great.
Would you have I like growlers, that you get some really smart looking ones. The only thing that annoys me with them is you can't see through them. So when you're filling them up, you don't know if you get into the top or not. So that's the issue with that growler that Tom just put up there. He comes in once a week, fills it up with 3.5 pints of IPA, and you can't see like when you're close to the top and how much of the beer is just beer and how much of it is head. And he's just like, oh, come on, man, get one I can actually see into it. That'd be nice.
This is my growler.
Growler.
I bought this in lockdown off eBay so that I could take beer from the brewery and bring it home.
Yeah. Good thinking.
And it's quite a big one now. So
that's the future. Translucent growlers, but good quality ones, not just your plastic ones.
That's a 500ml bottle.
Yeah. So what's that? A litre?
I think it's 1.5 litres, I think.
Yeah.
But so this is what we got at Beerex show. That's called a Petana. And I wanted to buy these. They're £3. And they seal. This is as good as this, no problem.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
But I mean, it's not sexy, but you can see the beer. But can you get these for love nor money? No.
Shortage on plastic growlers now. They were all over the place during lockdown. They were everywhere.
Yeah, can't get them. Cannot get
them. I used to go to Mad Squirrel and get a 2-litre growler just to get in there. Like, well, I was probably drinking more beer during lockdown than I am now, but I was doing like a 2-litre growler once a fortnight for Mad Squirrel.
Nice.
But 10.
So for our American friends.
Oh, it's got a naughty pair. Are they camouflage Oakleys?
They're really dirty, actually. They are.
Oh, no,
special edition. But if you look carefully, they're fuel injectors. They are Chip Foose special edition. And they've got a little signature just here.
I heard Paul just mention it. I've been saving this can when I was on a stream with Paul.
Sumo. Lovely beer.
I've never had a Mad Squirrel before.
Have you really?
I know. So I've been waiting to be on a stream with you for my first experience.
I'm a big fan of Mad Squirrel's core range. For me, is still superb. Their special editions are getting a bit ropey.
Okay.
I will say that they're going down the toilet a little bit in that sense, but their core range is still superb.
So how's this one for you at the minute? You reckon this is still a decent?
I had a few cans of that over Christmas, and it was still tasting superb for me.
Jim says Utah is beautiful but scary to drive through.
Is it really?
If
Joey thinks the
Jim's
women
scared
are
to drive
beautiful.
through it, I'm not going.
Giant raccoons and things.
Matt lives in Hereford. Yeah, there's a.
Beer everywhere.
What did you just do?
I don't really know how that happened, truthfully.
It was all going so smoothly.
I've got no idea.
I think what we'll do is we'll do a replay tomorrow and we'll
Can
make
we
it.
rewind that? I don't even know what Tom just did there. 1 minute
don't
was
know.
forward, and then he was throwing it everywhere.
I think I caught the top of the glass with my middle finger just as it came past to put the can over there, and he just sent it. Right, well, I guess I'll be back in a minute. Clean up crew time.
That is heartbreaking.
I'm trying to get the rewind right now.
Get the rewind.
Proper bow, I tell thee.
Proper bowl selector. Who's even in? I haven't seen who's actually in the chat. So Jim is in. How you doing, Jim? Mark Jones. You know the bastard, Mark Jones. Simon Wood has gone to bed. I saw that. Simon, if you're still watching, mate, I hope you're well. Lee W. Hello, Sam.
Simon Wood, he's a
My
legend.
friend, my friend. David
What
Wilson. Hey, Big Dave. What's happening? Joey is in. Squared Table Degenerates.
Here we go.
Il Corvo, how you doing? Nightbot, what's up? Love to see you. I think that's it, isn't it? Everyone is chatting. Barry's in.
Barry!
Barry Adamson.
Right, are you ready for action replay?
Yeah, I need to study this.
Right, we'll make it bigger.
Can you blow him up?
There we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. So it was pouring. It was all going very smoothly. And then something happened. Here we go. Here we go. It's pouring. Smooth. Oh, it's frozen again. Looking good. Looking good. And then...
Oh! Oh, no!
Oh, dear. I don't know. I still don't understand how he did it.
There we go. There you go. I think he's caught it with his left hand. Ah, there. As he turned,
he's crossed
just
over.
not the top of the glove.
Oh no! Oh, you hate
We've
to
all
see
been
it.
there.
You hate to see
We've all
it.
done it. We've all done it.
Not the one. Not the
I
one.
can say it's bad.
Simo's in. Hello, Simo.
No, I never watched that. Hello, Simo. There is a list at Toronto International. John would get off the plane and they would be like, "You can't come to Canada, eh?" Because that's what they always say. Hey, here's some maple syrup. Now get back on that plane. I think that's what it's all about. It's true.
I bloody love maple syrup. Oh,
Oh,
maple syrup in a stout. Oh, glorious.
beautiful.
It is. I've had a few.
There we go. It's got the proper ses nos odistis. I am mortis. Yes.
Is el corpus delicti el pluribus unum. I have no idea.
It's 4:20 on the east coast of USA.
USA. It's on the East Coast, baby. Whereabouts along the East Coast? Who was that who said it? Was it Joey?
Joey.
So he's
They did those RX-7s. They were mad fast. But yeah, they did. They just blooming broke all the time. That was a problem.
Joey's Cleveland, isn't he?
Yes,
Ohio.
Ohio. There's a song about it.
He supports the Browns, doesn't he? But then he also supports another team because he's wearing a shirt, and we all busted him for it.
It's true.
Shocking.
The 3.7 litre V6 8-speed. That's a new one. That's a new one. That's a good. I'd like to see that engine actually. It's
Sounds like a bit of a beast, doesn't it?
yeah, but that over there is like their sort of more chilled out version. You know, you're not trying to do 150 on the motorway.
No.
It'll probably return decent mileage as well. Chugging beers is considered self-harm by YouTube. Well, it kind of is in some respects.
Mm,
It's not really good for you.
yeah. What about all the idiots who review fatty foods and sweets and stuff like that?
Well, yeah,
Is that not self-harm?
it's true. It's true. Then we get into all sorts of weird stuff about body shaming then, and you know, if you mean to somebody, and I am on a stag do. That's what I'm on. So
Where are you going for? The local one?
it is. I can't say what it is in case he's watching. Which
That's
he
a good
might
point.
be.
That's a good point. So I don't know why you brought it up, to be fair.
Do you know? Did Liz? Oh, Liz told you the story about how I nearly got shot with armed police officers on a stag do. Was she telling you? Oh no, I think she told Dave. Anyway, we got the stag. We tied him up after making him wear pink trousers and ladies' shoes onto a chair, threw him in the back of my van, and then took him through McDonald's drive-thru. He got a bit loose, so one of my mates got in the back and made sure they taped him up extra good. And the lady in the car behind thought we had a lady taped to a chair in the back of the van. So they it was during all the times when there was all the terrorist thing going on in France.
Oh, God.
And so they were on high alert and they sent everything.
So, yeah, that happened at a drive-thru where everyone watching.
Well, no, we drove off and we went to my mate's marina where the main thing of the stag was going to be because we were having a barbecue and beers there.
I'm drinking that one.
Oh yeah,
Barry was asking. That's lovely. That's gone. That's actually really, really good. I really like that.
thanks, mate.
That's very nice. Very nice bitter. That's how you do a bitter. Yeah.
No, it's just not a very reliable engine. It's a good engine, great design. Yeah. So then the copper that turned up, I used to work with him at Skoda, as it turned out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's like, "What's going on?" We were like, "It's a stag do," and he was like, "Oh, John." So they had to take a photo of him, and then all the armed response cars were on their way from Wakefield. Had to turn around and go back. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
Ooh, I might have a beer.
What if you just thirsty? I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's true. What we need is, the nanny state looking after us because we're all too stupid to use our brains.
I'm gonna have a red IPA from Fell Brewery up in Cumbria.
Oh, I know, Phil.
Cracked Earth.
They did some great beers, mate.
They do. Shout out to Scott and the team at Fell Brewery who kindly sent me these beers. Thank you very much.
What? They just reached out and sent you some?
No, I met Scott at a beer festival in Camden last summer.
No.
And we got chatting, stayed in touch, and he released a new beer about a month ago and asked if they could send it to me to review. And I went, of course I can. But then they sent me a load of other beers as well, which is very nice.
They do very, very good beers, to be fair.
They're celebrating their 10th anniversary this year. So they're doing like a little birthday event. And the lineup is superb. Like, they've got Verdant are coming, Northern Monk are coming.
Oof.
It's like a who's who of sort of craft beer. So
that's why I'm not invited.
no, we'll be invited you.
Oh dear. Yeah, we should go. Are you up for going?
I think it's really, really soon. Otherwise, I would be well up for going. Like really soon.
It's only up the road from here.
Uproad.
Up road, a couple of hours over the hill.
Give him a bell.
Yes, they did on the B pillars, A pillars.
I'll give him a bell. Let's see if they want any more. Where's my phone? Let's see if they need any more breweries.
You need to ring them right now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's true. Anything with it? I wonder if that. Yeah, that's interesting. Crummy's putting all his stuff back together in the background now. I think coming. Oh, dude, we did an action replay for you.
I saw it, don't we?
I think Tom wanted to see it because he doesn't know how it happened either.
Honestly, that went everywhere. It managed to. I don't really understand. So, first off, the trajectory was right into my microphone. So, beer soaked mic. The bar runner that sits across the back here, that was completely soaked.
Oh.
I've got the drip tray for the pint 365, obviously sat under here. A load went into there, which is kind of fortunate. Right. Underneath that, I've got my beer monster with the drip tray sat on top of the monster itself. And then some went into that. And then it ended up further on the floor over there and down. It was just everywhere.
Whoops.
So, after that, I'm not buying Mad Squirrel again if that's what happens. It is a bit.
I would want to touch it now. Throw it a bit.
Can't believe it.
Pesky squirrels. But I'm now going to give it a go. Cheers.
Hey.
I've still got most of it left, to be fair. It was only a 440. You've not lost that much. But
Survived a bit. Survived
just a nice thin veneer on everything in the room, basically.
It's going to smell proper tomorrow. Simon Woods mocking me with, I think comments read about 10 minutes after they were time makes me feel well drunk.
It's like, what day is it? What day is it?
We're actually nearly half an hour. We're over half an hour behind at the moment.
Are you really?
Yeah, Paul, right. Can you speed do it?
Me?
Yeah, I'll click. You speed run it.
That beer's good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice fun. Thomas Flynn talking to Joe. Oh, I missed that. Square Table says the late 70s and 80s were the worst time for American cars.
True.
Dave Wilson says, hi, Paul. Hi, Dave. Hope you're well, sir. Simon Wood says, hey, Paul. Hello, Simon. I think Simon's got in bed. Tom talking to Joe, he says, my question would be Big Mac challenges. That's allowed, but not necessarily healthy. But can't chug a beer because it's unhealthy. Exactly my point. I said that, didn't I? It's Paul. Howdy. Howdy. Hey up, you saw the nutter. Paul. Edward Scissorhands has arrived. Sorry for the joke, Paul. It was the motion blur. Yeah. Did I have Weekend Driver back in November at your place, John? Did it? Was it on there? Was it really?
On cask.
I didn't have none of it. I was drinking all your keg stuff. Lee Davis says, hello, long time no see, John. Need me some lager. I think you're the man that can.
Yeah, boy.
There you go.
Absolutely, Lee.
Village.
More?
Yeah.
You're laughing, yeah?
You lost that much beer out of a glass and it's gone that far.
I know. It's everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Unbelievable. How's it, Lee? Says Jim. Is everyone drinking tonight? Where's the time? It's not late yet. Oh, it's 10 o'clock to be fair. What's everyone drinking? What are you drinking, John? I haven't actually seen you lift the glass to your lips yet. Oh, you are drinking a Mountain RPA, yeah, that's right. It's
a banger. Gosh, it's loud. It's like everything's like rah! At me. It's lovely.
Screaming in your face. What's everyone in the chat? What's everyone drinking? Are you drinking? I know it's a school night, technically.
Kind of.
Internal server error. That's me after a kebab.
404 cannot digest.
Yeah.
Thomas
I woke up the other night after what had I had in the day, and I woke up and it must have been 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'll be right back.
And I had stomach cramps and I sat in the toilet for about an hour and a half and the world fell out of my bottom.
Lovely.
Yeah. We were 3-0 up. Why bring him on? Simon Wood. That's a great idea. Is your shelf coordinated in any way? Probably. Mine is like literally all the things I like, I just threw on there. That's it. Got to the next stage of the Apprentice TV show interview, but currently have no suit, just shirt and trousers. Eh?
He's got to the next stage of the Apprentice TV show, the interview, but he hasn't got a suit. He's only got shirt and trousers.
You check what? Hey, you're on telly.
On TV. To be fair, the stages of the Apprentice might not all be televised.
Well, you better get yourself a suit.
It's true. Got to look sharp.
64 ounce. What's that? I don't even know what that is. 64 OZ in milliliters is
about a litre and a half.
no
What is that?
1.9 liters. 1.892.
Nearly 2 litres then.
Yeah. Interesting, Mr. Bond. I wonder if that's an American one, that Growler Iron.
America.
Good night, Simon Wood. I know you went like half an hour ago, but good night. Oh, boy. Hope you have a good night's sleep. Won't get one ton in the time. No. Asda George. So just do it. Just do it, and they'll never know. Just dress it up nice.
If you've got any of the out of town retail outlets, there's normally like a Moz Bros or several suits place in those, and they normally tailor, not fully tailor, but normally adapt off the shelf stuff pretty quickly.
I hate suit shopping. Hate it.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does anyone else have the things? The second you put a shirt, even just a shirt and suit trousers on,
I know
you start sweating like you've never sweated before.
Yeah.
Exactly
Exactly what you were going to say. There is something about it. There is something about it.
I'm sat here in a t-shirt and a flannel shirt, big light on me. I'm not sweating. I'm fine.
Yeah. No. I've got a hoodie, a t-shirt on. I've got my drinking trousers on. I even have
Your drinking slacks.
I've got my Crocs on, and like true Christians, I've got my fleecy camo socks, which are technically, look at the size of these bad boys. They're like slippers on their own. They've got like little rubber bits on the bottom.
I saw socks and sandals referred to as something. It was a few weeks ago now, but when you just hysterically laugh in bed, your other half's asleep and you try not to wake them up. I saw someone refer to them as Air Force Jerusalems.
Oh, that was me.
And I lost it.
Yeah. Nike Air Jerusalem. We at church, we're like, so you're rocking the Nike Air Jerusalem today?
Yeah.
I'd not seen it before. I was in hysterics.
I've got to say, man, those socks, they look like sleeping bags. They're enormous.
Oh, they're amazing. Mate, since turning 40, I suffer with cold feet, which I never had before. And I don't know whether it's because I'm more desk-based, but I get cold feet. It's like a consideration. And I remember me taking the mick out of my dad and saying, why are you always moaning that your feet are cold? And he was like, don't worry, son. It'll come to you. And he used to say that about going bald as well. And that happened.
It happens.
And sure enough, now I get cold feet. Never used to get cold feet, but I get cold feet. So I've got like slippers, and then I bought these, and they're like £3, and they are incredible.
But I've got to go. The point you made about as soon as you put a suit on, you just start sweating profusely. What is that? It makes no sense, and it is every time.
Yeah,
without fail.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for everyone. People obviously wear suits every day at work. Whether they get that, if there's anyone else in the chat, what is it? What is that?
I'm literally getting ready for the like christening or wedding or whatever it is, and the sweat is beading and dripping off my eyebrows. You've seen how much I sweat when I'm stressed,
Mm,
and it's just like rolling off me.
yeah.
I put a shirt on, I get it all on, and then it's stuck to me within like
Yeah.
seconds.
I have before considered taking 3 shirts. So you put one on, and then while you're getting ready, and before you leave the house, that's done,
Yeah.
right? And then you put another one on to travel to wherever you're going, and at that point, you got to try and work out then how to get into the third one. By the time you get there, that one's absolutely finished.
Yeah.
You're just like, what's going on?
It is my wedding day. I got the suit on, and then we had to walk down the hill to the church. And on the way to the church was a pub. So the plan was to go into the pub, have a couple of pints of London Pride, and then do the rest of the walk to the church. By the time I'd got to the pub, I was sweating. I was just like, oh my God. And it was quite a fresh day. So it wasn't warm or anything like that. It was quite a fresh day. And Lee got the beers in. I said, I'm going to sit outside. So I literally sat outside, took my jacket off. So I'm sat there in my shirt and tie. I'm just like, please cool down. Please cool down. I cannot go in looking like this. This is stupid. But it is every time I put a suit on, any wedding I've ever been to, any funeral, anything I've ever needed a suit, I just sweat. It's stupid. It makes no sense. None whatsoever. I'm
I
just glad
think
I'm not-
I do the hang my jacket in the back, get in the car, and then what I do is I put all the forward-facing vents on me, but the right-hand one you put to your driver's window. You get the aircon on full cold, and then what it does is you lean forwards out of your seat, and it bounces off the window and cools you back down. And by the time you get there, you should be dry. But once I was sweating so bad, it was in summer, that the sweat went down my back into my arse cheek and made me look like I'd done a wet fart inside my trousers. So there you go. Tom, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee Trail Hawk at 507 horsepower.
That was the one I tried to jumpstart in a field in Belgium. Yeah, that was it.
John, what was the Wankel engine like? ... Was
Wankel.
Is laughing at you, Paul. Same thing with phones. You realise how the battery power gets rubbish or something wrong in 2 or 3 years. Just for you to get an upgrade. Honestly, my Google Pixel is doing my head in.
So there was a whole lawsuit around that, and it was focused on Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And it was true. The phones were programmatically designed to. Oh no, sorry, it was the other way around. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The phones were programmatically designed to reduce performance after about a year or 18 months, in order to save the battery. So the whole idea that the battery degrades too quickly is a lie. Actually, what happens is the batteries degrade much faster than you think they do, but they reduce performance to try and minimize the effect on the battery. A law has now been passed that on all new phones and upgrades, you can actually go into your settings and turn off that performance throttling, but your phone might only last 5 minutes. So, yeah, degradation. Because you think about it, you're using it all the time.
Yeah, it's
all
bad.
the time.
True.
So,
but yeah, my Pixel's getting a bit wonky, and I've got until August before I can have a new one. David says Hog's Back Brewery near me has a 1 litre and a 2 litre glass containers. I use their 1 litre ones to get beer. Oh, that's interesting.
Nice.
Send me that growler. All right, guys. Barry cut me here.
Barry.
Hold on, who said send me that growler? Did they actually want the link to the growler?
Send me the growler.
Yeah, David Wilson.
David Wilson on Instagram, I forget.
Everyone saying hello to Barry. Barry cuts my hair because he's a hair cuttery person. Barry, if you go to his barbers, you have never seen somebody, like I am, with excessive amounts of gear, like cameras and random stuff. Barry is like that. He has got like lines of all sorts of different razors. It's incredible.
Nice.
Nice. Simo says, evening, just lurking in the background. Absolutely knackered. Got some emails to finish up before I could go to bed. Bless
Fair
you, man.
play. Fair play.
Bramall is saying, evening, Simo.
Well,
Hi, Simo, says David. That's not how David talks. All right, Rob, how you feeling, mate? Says Simo.
hello.
Get better, mate. Barry says, what Lord's beers are you trying? I'm having all of these. I've had all of these. I'm on my third one. I've got to say, I've only had 3, and I feel, in fact, that one's gone now, and I feel wonky.
He needs a 4th to go fully off the rails.
You got to even it up. At least you got to even
It's
it up.
true. We've all spilled beer and been gutted. No worries, haha. It's true.
That was the first time I've gone full send on my own accord sat here, which is I think that's quite not bad going, to be fair.
It's not bad. Do you remember when I had to fully dismantle my laptop, my keyboard?
Yeah. The only time I've gone worse than that is trying to get a very lively keg into the beer monster. As soon as you push that spike in, it's like the Trevi fountain, just off.
I had that. I had that with the Schlenker Lamarzen smoke beer. But the Roger just exploded in my face, and it just went all over the kitchen. Like it was a full-on explosion.
Yeah.
And the whole house just smelled of bonfire. I was just like, what the hell? I couldn't believe what just happened. I was just shocked for about 30 seconds. Like, how'd that happen?
While I was on clean-up, Dictionary Corner came in. She went, pineapple.
Love that.
When I was in Australia, and I got a Holden Commodore 3.6 V6, the smallest engine, bottom of the range, 200 horsepower. Yeah,
they only got 200 brake out of a 3.6 litre engine.
Chris's beer reviews in there.
In
Chris,
Australia, that's not bad.
Glanced over at the comments. Chris is in.
Hello, Chris. I thought you were working, old boy.
I thought Chris was working.
Chris, are you working?
Perhaps he's sitting in front of a.
Crumby should drink less, then he won't spill his beer. Amateur.
David, I'm going to stop being nice about David's beard now.
Right, Jim's off, and that was 14 minutes ago. See you later, Jim.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you for joining us, you wonderful human. Love you, man. Everyone's saying hello. Saying goodbye. Thomas is cracking open a cheeky rum.
A small rum.
Drinking a DC Brow in session. Was that meant to be IPA? Okay, IPA bought in Home Bargains. Ah, right, okay.
A lot of people are. I haven't even got Home Bargains near me, I don't think.
Do they have them down south?
We've got them, but not that south. So
I think there is. I think there might be one in Milton Keynes, but I don't go to Milton Keynes all that often. But apart from that, it's all B&M's around here, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah. I find B&M can be more expensive sometimes.
B&M, I hate it. It's like a jumble sale. Dirty.
It is, isn't it? But then you find some random stuff in there.
You find some scary beer, like really nicely presented French canned beer, and you're like, it looks lovely, but you know it's going to be absolute gash. You just don't pick it up, you know.
Fair.
He's drinking an Agar's oatmeal stout, local brewery in Joburg. Ooh.
Nice.
I think David has lived in every country.
So David is in South Africa.
Yeah.
He's in South Africa at the minute, but so far we know that he's going to Brazil next week. He's lived in Australia and in various places in the UK, and I'm pretty sure when he was in the chat on my stream on the weekend, he mentioned Germany.
Wow.
He's staying in a few places.
He's a world travel man, or he's on the run.
On the rambling man.
Although you can't get that far in that moggy minor. So Great brew. Yeah, it's pre the process. It's pre the process. Thomas, you've got to get yourself a suit. You can't go and find a charity shop. There's always some suits floating around in there. You'll be fine. I couldn't go. You'd swing Fran and Sugar? Why? What's he done?
Swing
Drinking
Fran.
Fran.
Do you see one of the videos that? Oh, I can't remember his name. There's a guy who's gone very viral on his socials recently. He used to be on The Apprentice. He's a market stall seller. He keeps doing these videos from this cafe in London at like 4 a.m. that does like full evening meals all the way through the night for people that have worked night shifts and stuff.
All right.
So he goes in and films his breakfast and he's having like lamb shank or like something really, not breakfasty.
Yeah.
But he was originally on The Apprentice and he did a whole like interview about The Apprentice with someone. Like, turns out that whole boardroom thing, it's just like in a random warehouse set.
Oh, really?
It's a London. Yeah, it's all phony.
All bollocks. Oh,
Yeah.
dear. That sucks, isn't it? TV's crap at it.
It does. It sucks balls. I'm off. See you all. Take care. See you later, Mark Jones. He does this and then he turns up back. Look, literally, I'll see you later. 1, 2, 3 comments. He's back.
Help, Chris.
Oh dear, Suit. Not one of them for years because of lockdown. Lucky if I've got the pants on. Hello, Chris.
Love it.
How are you?
Really?
Paul's going to take that beer around here tomorrow, aren't you, Paul? If you haven't drunk it already.
No, I haven't. No, yeah, I could do, I suppose. I'll drop it
He's
around
not.
to
I'm just winding him up.
you.
He wants to drink it. He wants to drink it. That's the problem.
Wants to drink it. I've only got I got the Porter and the Mountain IPA. That's the 2 I got left. I've had the bitter.
He loves putting on a nice suit. Really?
I hate putting them on. I don't mind it once I've sort of cooled down and I'm in it.
I like the look, but yeah.
Look good in the suit. I'm just not comfortable. I can't wait to sort of take it off at the end of the do. Put some normal clothes on.
Get naked on the bed. That's what
Yeah.
I do. Hello, baby. Fancy
Right.
bumping the Colonel.
Pumpkin the Colonel.
Last beer. Cheers, all. Hello, mate. How you doing?
I do.
Last beer.
See ya.
Mons too.
Mons too, Rodney. David sent out at Chris. Lots of people sent out at Chris. Chris is a very popular man. Recovered from the fizzy poo beer yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Chris reviewed a shocker for a mad squirrel.
Really?
What was it?
Was it called fizzy poo beer? I think that's a marketing error, right there.
Fizzy poo. Oh, it was a truffle. Was it a truffle stout or something?
Oh.
Thank God.
Has it been that bad, Chris? Do you want to come on, Chris, or you're not feeling it? You can if you want to. If you're feeling a bit fed up, you're more than welcome to come on. If you just want to abuse us in the comments, you're more than welcome to do that. There you go. Look, I'm at the dentist in the morning. Forgot that I made dinner with a lot of garlic. Oh, that's their problem, isn't it?
But, how are you this morning?
I caught up with the comments. It's only taken me 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Congratulations.
I made that mistake earlier. I had a bit of leftover curry for lunch and then actually had to like go somewhere in person for my work, which is rare, and talk to people. And I was like, I had not considered this.
Did not think it through.
I did not think it through.
Yeah, let's do the best of this.
I don't like garlic that much.
You don't like what?
I don't really like garlic that much.
Do you not? I bloody love garlic.
Garlic's great.
Tobes likes garlic. He had this. He likes some garlic cheese bites from Burger King. Loves them.
They sound awesome.
They stink.
I like garlic bread. Like garlic bread is like one of my favourite things. Love it.
It's
Love
good.
garlic bread. Genius. The garlic
When
bread.
I was a kid, and my parents had like a dinner party, and there was any garlic bread left. In the morning, I used to make a sweet cup of tea and dip the garlic bread in the tea and eat it. That's rough.
That was lovely. Shout out to Fell Brewery. That was a really nice beer. Really nice.
It's got to the point you can't even smell it. Oh dear.
Boo.
I love Fell Brewery. They're good guys. I
Yeah,
like
man.
them.
Good beer. Good beer. I'm waiting to be red IPAs at the moment, and that was a very good example of it. Very nice. Then getting on the whiskey.
I'm going. I don't know what the right term is. I'm going back and forth. I'm going all Scottish, and I'm going for a little bottle of Belhaven Scottish Oat Stout with a wee dram of Tamnavulin.
Tamavulin, very nice. It was Burns night, wasn't it, the other day? And I completely forgot about it.
It was oddly enough, despite my slight affinity with Scotland, I've never enjoyed a Burns night. I never did
Oh,
it.
John's got the gypsy crisps.
What are they?
You can't call them that.
I can. They are a little bit. Show everyone the bag again, because unless you go to a certain shop, you're not going to know what they are.
Oh, snack rights.
Yeah. Gypsy crisps.
Poverty's but I don't mind them. I actually quite like them.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. It's not, all the little knockoffs and Aldi knockoffs, generally, they're all pretty good, but still call them gypsy crisps.
The Aldi fake hula hoops are pretty decent.
I've not tried those.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they're delicious.
They're not bad. I tried their knockoff skips the other day. They're the flavors there, but the texture's a little bit not quite.
Don't skip's the ones that melt on your tongue.
Yeah, the prawn cocktail-y.
Yeah, I haven't had those in years.
I don't like them.
Goodness me. I can't remember the last time I had skips. I was just looking at Chris's comment. Chris wrote, I had such a bad day, I might go and abuse myself. And
No, don't do that.
Oi, oi. And then he sort of corrected himself with garlic. I was like, Jesus Christ, Chris. I mean, I could have meant so many things.
To be fair, it depends where it's sticking the clove.
Yeah.
Bonk in the kernel.
I'm going to abuse myself. I'm going to rub garlic all over my schlong. All over it. And it won't be here.
I'll try my best.
Oh yeah. Snack right. I quite like this. They do the job. Go
I've had
well with the beer.
Yeah, they're good. I've had this bottle of Belhaven for an obscenely long time. Like, I reckon maybe 18 months.
Wow.
Just kind of one of those that ended up at the back of a shelf or the back of a fridge and just, I don't know why. It's got I can't find a best before date on it, but it's a dark beer at 7%, so it shouldn't have gone too far wrong.
Should be all right. Yeah.
Fine.
Right, find out. Ooh, it's got a nice coffee hit to it. Jagman's in the chat. How you doing?
Hello, Jagman.
Belhaven, they're just Green King now, aren't they?
Are they?
I believe so.
They could well be. Let's have a look.
That's interesting, David. Very interesting indeed.
Jagman, what's happening, motherfucker?
You're right, they are owned by Green King.
David raises a good point. I've not seen anything from Beer Monster socials for a while.
And it's not exactly a new acquirement, 2005.
Oh, wow. Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Because I had
I don't know.
a Green King selection box and it had a couple of Belhaven beers in it. And I thought,
I can tell you categorically that's the best tasting Green King beer I've had for ever. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Very nice. Very nice.
That's an interesting thing about the Beer Monster. Is it still going?
We've
I
not heard anything of it.
I don't know. So I know they import it from China, but I had a little trouble getting paid from those guys when they bought my mini kegs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I
Ooh.
don't know what's happened. I don't know whether, because obviously the other side to it is it was all very busy in lockdown, and now we're out of lockdown. Might not be so busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks. So if
I
one
don't know.
machine goes on the blink, then probably won't
Well,
be there.
David, all you need to do is find a picture of the beer monster and then mash it up to another one under another brand, because there's a few people selling the exact same machine.
Yeah, there is.
So
That's probably what it is. They've probably sold it, haven't they, to another company under a
Oh
different
yeah,
name.
yeah.
yeah,
Well, in
good enough.
Europe, the beer monster machine, the actual machine, they've been around for the last 20 years.
Mm.
They've been around a long, long time. It's only really new to us and took off this in lockdown.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I know Blue Monkey's little shop in the front of their brewery. For years they've sold these little kind of top-down kits where it was the same thing. You plug a CO2 canister in, regulator and pourer, but it had none of the external temperature control stuff,
Yeah.
which is still a bit of a pain, really, when you're trying to, especially if you want it for more than one event. And even then, if you put it in the fridge, if it's out for 6 hours, it's a bit too cold at the start and it's a bit too warm by the end. So it's it's not ideal. But yeah, the concept's been around for donkeys, but they seem to have nailed it in that format. Because I still think it's fantastic.
yeah, I agree. I think it's a cracking bit of kit. In fact, I just received a keg of Sonoma from Tractor Go in it. So I'm looking forward to getting it out again.
I've still got a keg of the fish counter to go in mine.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Some time ago. Is what I keep going. I'm going to put it on, and then I want to be able to use. I want to review it and want to use it on a stream. And I just so far haven't found that allocation in time. Yeah, unfortunately, but it's going to happen.
David says there seems to be a lot of the similar 5-litre machines for the generic 5-litre kegs. There is right. So the kegs, there's definitely a difference between brands, as I've discovered. So you've got the Huber party keg, and there's a couple of other ones which are one's made in Europe, one's made in China, and they have slightly different openings and things like that. So they're not fully generic, but yeah, those machines, there are lots of different machines, but a friend of mine's bought one, and his doesn't have the digital display.
Yeah, that was the previous gen, wasn't it, to these ones?
Yeah, and then when he poured it, it was not good. It was just a whole cup of foam, and then I was like, no, you've turned the gas up too high. He hadn't. We messed around with it for hours, but basically he was just getting pure foam. With that, you can get a good pour if you can balance the gas and what you pull it, how you pull it, and what the beer is.
The biggest impactor on how easy it is to use this first time you use it is how long the keg's been settled.
Yeah.
Ideally you want to get in there at least 24 hours before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. No, I the Krupp sub machine, which was very popular 2 or 3 years ago, and then now it just sits there, sitting there gathering dust. Now, barely gets.
They were really expensive per pint, weren't they? In the end.
Yeah, it's not honestly now. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth getting them. You'd be better off having a few pints at the pub. Honestly, it's stupid.
Not me breaking things, honestly.
He's having a
on eBay, I'm sure Krupp's machines are like crazy cheap.
Oh yeah, the machine itself is well cheap, but the subs are not.
Didn't they call them torps or something?
Torps, yeah, torps. Yeah, some of them they're trying to charge you like 18 quid for some of them, and you're lucky if you get 3 pints out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, It's just it's got that bad with some of them. It is ridiculous, and they do
£10.50.
Yeah, beer wolf. They send you email saying, "Oh, we've got this beer on offer." And it's not on offer. It's just because it's close to its end of date. So they take a little bit off the price, and you actually look into it. You put it in your basket, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's only got like a month left." You're like, "Well, it's not a deal then, is it? You're just selling it off, you know."
There's loads and loads and loads of them secondhand, ranging from £10 to one guy's got one that's all branded in Heineken, so therefore it's worth 135.
I'd give mine away if anybody wants mine. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, they're not doing well. Refillable used empty torps.
Oh,
How are they refillable?
who knows? Chris has said that Asda had a beer machine in for 60 quid, which was identical to the Beer Monster machine. I think I've seen that one, and I don't think it was. I think it was the one that John was talking about, where you didn't get the digital readout.
Yeah.
In every other way, it looked absolutely the same.
That's what I quite like about the Beer Monster. You can monitor what temperature it's at.
Yeah.
Thomas wants a crisp review. Unfortunately, I've got no knickknacks, so I can't do it. And beer review. John, Crummy, Paul, I hope you're all well. We're all good.
Jagman!
Yeah, we're doing good, man. Doing
I
really
swear I've
good.
not seen Jagman for ages.
Jagman's a lovely bloke. Such a positive gentleman.
Positive gentleman.
He is a gentleman. He likes to jag. You need to have that beer because it's got jag on it. No other reason. It's got jag.
Because he's got a jag.
Jag doesn't know I've done it.
I'll keep
Copyright.
it. I love that label. I'm keeping that one.
It's cool, isn't it?
Really nice.
I did that.
I did that.
Very nice.
With the album cover for Chris Rea's smash hit album, A Burge. I know you're familiar with it. Absolute banger.
No idea.
Silence.
Had the Belhaven Robert Burns Brown ale on cask in a local Wetherspoons. It's a very nice drink. Wow.
I went to get a pint of that in my local Wetherspoons last week when I was out on the lash with Chris, and it had gone. So I had to have something else instead. I was annoyed because it did look very good.
That's a shame.
That is annoying. I just stick to can and bottles over the beer machine. I do like it. I mean, the sheer should be blah blah.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah. That's it.
Yep.
I tend to drink more cans and bottles. I've only had 3 beers and I'm toast.
I think everyone does. But if you get a good deal on a mini keg, I'm all over it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have that variety as well. I'm glad I got the Beer Monster where it doesn't matter if it sits away for 2 months because it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
I think if I bought a perfect draft, like I don't really want that much of the same beer that frequently.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice halfway house to have as an option.
The last beer I had in the Beer Monster was John's Vice beer. And
Same.
I mean, when did you send them down?
Pre-Christmas.
Well, definitely pre-Christmas. I reckon it might have been October.
Yeah.
November. So it's been a good few months since I've used it. But
when you do use it, you enjoy it, don't you?
Yeah, I love it. I
Me
bought it. Track were doing they had a promotion on. I bought it 2 weeks ago, and they did a 5-litre mini keg of Sonoma, which is a stunning beer as it is. I think I paid 21 quid for it.
Bargain.
That's what I thought. £21 essentially for 9 pints of Sonoma.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Bargainous.
David says he does like his perfect draft. Too easy to just keep slipping a quick one in.
He does like his perfect draft.
Oh, he likes to slip
there's nothing wrong with the perfect draft. I think it's a really well-made machine. The problem is with it is you're tied to macro breweries, so you're not.
Yeah, I've always said the same thing. I would have a PD if they weren't tied to AB InBev. If there was no tie there, they could do anything they wanted, and it is a really nice looking bit of kit.
It is a lovely machine.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to me because I didn't go for a pee for the first 2.5 hours of this stream, and ever since now, I'm just absolutely like every 10 minutes, like I need to go again. Bye.
He's broken the He's broken the
I
seal,
mean,
man.
I know that there were certain people when we brought the machine out, they could not understand the concept of this, but it's really easy. Perfect Draft machine is a better machine than the Beer Monster, no doubt. But the Beer Monster machine is like a lot cheaper. But the Beer Monster will allow you to put kegs on. It will that are pre-carbonated, and it also will allow you to put a gas bottle on, and you can use many kegs from many breweries from all over. I know you, David, you used the word generic, but those generic kegs are what all the craft breweries use because that's what we buy. So you can literally buy. I mean, Paul said it like Mad Squirrel. They do kegs. You can buy. In fact, I got a ABK one. I put it on the machine. I've had one from what are they called now? What's the name of it? A local brewery to us. I picked them up from my brewery. I've had Budvar in there, which is an AB InBev product. So you can have whatever you want and put it in. In fact, you can even put cider. You can have, because some cideries put mini kegs of cider in. You can buy the adapter pack, and you can mix. And I did it with mine. Liz had a party with her friends, and they were all in the hot tub. And I mixed gin and tonic in a dispenser for them, and put it in the Beer Monster machine. Sat it out there with an extension lead, and they could just pour themselves a gin and tonic.
I had a keg of Ex-Schlenkerler's Rauch Beer Marzen in that. You ain't getting that on the PD.
Mm-mm.
No, okay, I'm not knocking it, but a smoked Marzen in keg at home. It's incredible. It's an incredible thing.
Get it bought, Chris. Get it bought.
Get it bought, son. Have a
Get it
go.
bought.
Have a go.
I mean, those machines are they're just machines that are obviously made in factories in China.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But
different names on them.
Yeah, compared to all the other beer machines during lockdown, 150 quid was very, very cheap.
And you can stick lots of magnets on the Beer Monster.
It's true.
I've got my magnet bottle opener. The King's Hand bottle opener.
Oh, very nice.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? It's a weapon, eh?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Chris says no harm in slipping a quick one in.
Oh yeah.
Same comments. Rarely drink multiples of the same beer. See, that's another thing. Yeah. If you like variety, don't buy a beer machine.
True.
Yeah. If you want variety, get a Beer Monster.
Yeah. I think though David is like every other beer is a different beer. You know what I mean?
If you've got mates coming over, if you got the boxing on or the football on or something, and you've got a keg there chilled, ready to go, nothing better. Rather than you go down forwards to the fridge and all that, it's a keg right there. Sorted, you know.
And your mates are like, yeah, trip me out. Yeah,
everyone does it. Everyone who's had a go, they kind of go, oh, I'm pulling a point.
love it. They love it.
But got some import snacks.
Ooh.
I'm going to get some snacks now. I need snacky snacks.
Oh, man,
Trav sent me these with my little beer haul. I'll give it a go. Yeah.
Trav sent me like these amazing beer sausage things that were just incredible.
Give it a go. Oh, they smell good.
Are they made out of kangaroo? Tell me they're made out of kangaroo.
It's biltong, so no.
It would be better if it was made out of kangaroo.
What I like in this is that if you read carefully, it makes you feel even better about yourself. It says per 100 gram serving, 250 calories. Then you realise that the old bag's only 50 grams.
Boom.
So it's only half that. So
that's winning. Right, go on. Tell me what it tastes like, because I can't. I haven't got anything good here. I've got Snack Right crisps. which were all right.
A little bit. Ooh, they're a little bit naughty. There's kind of it's like subtle savoury barbecue, a little bit sweet. You keep chewing, and then there's some chili kick in there.
Oh, just subtle.
Yeah, I mean, relatively subtle. It's not nothing, but it's not blowing your head off. Like it's nice. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Jagman, get on the website, get yourself some jig.
Yeah. Oh, Chris is going to bed. Says bye.
Bye, Chris. Love
Bye,
you.
Chris.
Have a better day tomorrow. And remember, don't abuse yourself with garlic. As Paul would say, it's not the one.
It's not the mum.
Crummy's dam has been breached. It's true. And by the way, hello, everyone. Hello, Goldrake, our prisoner.
Hello.
Gold Drake. Hey, Gold Drake.
I think the reason I want a PD and a beer monster machine
P. Diddy.
has just been explained. You can get cider for a PD. I make homebrew, and I want to try it in the beer monster. Yeah, you can do that.
You can get a clear keg for the beer monster to put your home brewing.
Oh, I've got those 3 packets that I brought back for the kids, and they're not interested, and they're in the van.
They're not interested in scampi fries.
No, I'm going to go and get them.
Oh my god.
He's off. He's off.
Shocking. These absolute classics. Absolute.
David, this is what I'm talking about. For the beer monster, you can get these clear refillable kegs for your homebrew. They're good.
That's a good size.
That's 5 litre.
Consumer to shop independently. Yeah,
It's true.
that was honestly one of the main reasons I got one.
Yeah.
Because I could go down the road to the local traditional brewer and get a keg off them.
Mm-hmm.
3 brewers in St Albans, I can get a beer off them. Tring, I can get a keg off of them. Mad's Brewer, I can get a keg off of them. You know, you don't get that with the big boys.
No, it's true. It's true. Disco's back in the house. He wants to know what he missed.
So much.
So everything. John was chased by a variety of wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
So much so he's now left. Look, he's just gone. He's left the room. He also says, Paul, is the original beer monster a drinking machine? What?
The original.
Paul, is the original? He said, Paul, is the original beer monster a beer drinking machine? Hello, love. Cheers, Disco.
Hello, love. I imagine. Well, technically, I'm a beer monster. As is Tom. As is John.
True.
As is Disco. He's a beer monster. Never actually had a beer with Disco. I've still not done that. I've had a beer with Rasco, but I've never had a beer with Disco.
You need to complete it, the duet.
I do. Like the Simon and Garfunkel. They are the beer pairing of the generation.
I think you could lure him out with Lego.
Lego.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I saw this. Didn't they do a Lego pub or something? Is that what they did with their live stream?
they did.
I like that idea.
David says, Disco, John caught up with the comments for a minute or so. I'm still in shock.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
It
true.
really did.
He replied with, I don't believe he properly caught up or just vaguely somewhere near. No, he actually caught up for about 35 seconds. It was impressive.
I caught up.
It caught up. It did it. It did the deed. Scampies.
From Rickmansworth.
Very nice.
What was anyhow, Scampies?
David Durrell says, I ordered a Tiny Rebel. He made a Tiny Rebel order before Christmas. After getting their advent calendar, they stuffed the order so much I ended up with 2.5 orders and a 10 quid discount. Winner.
Wow.
Nice. Can't be bad.
Very nice. Goldrake follows that up with, hopefully my fan club lot have cleared off now. I think they were forcibly ejected.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that. Can't be bothered.
But what's going on with you, Goldrake?
Cheers, Chris. There you go.
Going well, man. Going well.
You did actually caught up.
I did it. You did. You missed a lot of spillage. There was a lot.
I did.
It was everywhere.
I did send a very small amount of beer flying a very long way.
We did.
I can't believe how much beer you got everywhere.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, and it was
Everywhere.
like that much.
I know.
Yeah, Disco. Got to come down, mate. Come down. Come over, brew.
Are you not far from him then, old Disco?
I know Disco's been to Creative before. I think he's been there quite a few times.
He needs to make another pilgrimage.
Yeah. I've got a beer lineup that I'm quite proud of at the moment at the bar.
I love these.
Scampies are great. Scampies are great.
I used to go out with a girl and she used to say that they smelt like fishy willies. And I was like, that's not me then. And she's like, oh, no.
Interesting.
Yeah, no. She was giving me a complex.
You really?
Fishy willies. Let's see if there's any beer monsters on eBay out of interest.
It will be interesting. David Durrell asked, has Crumby tried Crumb's Brewery? Not yet. It is on my short list of next purchases. I need to deplete the beer stock a bit, but yes, I will very soon.
I've got a friend in Portsmouth who's mates with the owner of Crumby Brewery.
Ah. There you go.
And I could probably sort you out with something.
You should. That's got to happen.
Well, I keep threatening to go down and seeing him. No,
Yeah.
there are none on eBay. Well, that's good. Oh, yeah.
Just what we're all sat here, just munging. It's must be a riveting stream right now.
So I was just reading Goldrake's next comment in my head.
What's he rocking on the back now?
Yeah, not the one Goldrake, not the one.
I don't sound very good, mate.
No. It's odd behaviour. I think it's probably fair to say.
Oh, my word. I'm just looking. You can get a PD. Oh, my gosh. There's blades on here. You know how expensive the blade was? 200 quid. All best of.
Really?
I was going to say, that thing died of death, didn't it?
So originally, pre-pandemic,
Crowd, didn't it?
well, that machine pre-pandemic was designed for Heineken bar customers to have the Heineken Zero on the bar. That was the original idea for it.
How many? How big were the kegs in that?
Well, they were pretty big. They were like 5 litre, weren't they?
No, they're bigger than that, weren't they?
Bigger. I think
Well,
they
they're
were
bigger than that.
Was it 8 litre? Was it an 8 litre keg?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, really? So they were proper size then.
They were designed for like cafes and stuff. They didn't want a full keg system. as I
Yeah.
understood it.
They were a commercial product, but then pandemic hit and they were well placed. So I think one of those machines, if you could find a beer that they make that you don't mind.
Thank you. Just confirming it was 8 litre. Yeah. I remember watching Simon, he used to struggle to load it. He'd be like, chucking it up his shoulders, trying to strut to the machine to put it in.
It's only 8 kilos.
Yeah.
What is Simon put up a video earlier? Has he got himself into a bit of bother, or is it just a bit of noise?
No, he's got himself into a bit of bother.
Is this because he's been digging up his garden? Where's he been dumping it? Has it all turned out he's been dumping it somewhere?
Well, No, he hasn't dumped it. He's arranged it because there's abandoned park that used to be allotments that the council have never bothered. They took all the stuff out the park and just let it go to rack and ruin.
Oh,
So him and other neighbours have been doing stuff to try and make the area better.
right.
And then the council turned up and said, "Oh, you're fly tipping."
Fly tipping.
Yeah.
So what's happening then?
So they're threatening him. He's got to clean it all up himself, which obviously is not a quick task, or face a 50 grand fine or a prison sentence.
For chucking ground on another allotment area
Yeah, that the council themselves have abandoned.
of abandoned.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make a few quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking scumbags, aren't they? Really are. Absolute scumbags.
How much was a perfect draft new?
They were like 250.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think like the lowest they came down to was 250 on an offer or something, wasn't it?
They are a nice looking machine. Have you seen Chris's? Chris has got his all decked out. He's done it up with the Marvel superheroes all over it. He's got like a wallpaper on it.
Yeah, there's no. You can buy cases for them, can't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's got a really nice one for it.
125 quid now.
What, brand new?
On eBay.
Second hand.
Second hand and refurbed.
I can understand because I saw them in Costco the other day and I think they were charging 200 quid for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're 200 quid in Costco, but that's ex VAT, isn't it? So they're going to be 240.
right.
So about the same.
Yeah. They were about, weren't they? Brother Jamie, bro, we are doing a comedy show in CLE. Where's CLE? Colorado.
Lesbian exhibition.
No.
Is it? No, not that one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It could be. I hope so. Lots of YouTubers are coming from that.
I can tell some jokes.
Should we all go?
What's the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi? Dubai do not like the Flintstones, but Abu Dhabi do.
Yes.
That's a great joke.
Fantastic joke.
That was a good joke. Yeah, they are. They are. When he did a walk around of the whole area.
Was it that obvious, Thomas? I was sniffing. I'm going, fishy willy? Like, I don't know. Fishy willy. I was got quiet now thinking about it. Fishy willies. Is it fishy willies?
It's Jamie C. Hello, Jamie C. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I'm sorry.
Cheesy charcuterie. Oh, he's a classy gentleman. This man.
David's very posh.
He's had a shark. What did you have on your on your charcuterie board, David? What dried meats did you go for? Some good.
He went around the local streets. All I can say is I'd have moved by now. Yeah, true.
I need another beer. More beer, please.
Find another.
Let's go for.
Yeah, well, councils are councils. Dire. They are roads. They're total roads.
Yeah, my council. You know, there's a maximum amount that councils can put council tax up by every year. Every year. Oh, he's on it. He's on it.
Found a bowler.
He's found a bowler. My council put it up to the max every year.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that is carbonated.
The Othan dude.
Muffin.
Where's that been sat, Paul?
Back in my fridge.
All right, it's been in the fridge then.
Yeah. It just couldn't wait to get out, that was all.
I think it's lost a lot of its bite now, unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still nice though, but it's not as loud as it was.
Or wasn't that like the first beer that you brewed with all them hops that you won at the auction?
No, not that one.
Was it not?
No, I paid through the nose for the beer, for the hops for that one.
How'd you do that?
I'm still using all those hops as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got quite a bit of it left.
Gosh, we are brewing on Tuesday. I can't remember what we're brewing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely that. Definitely that.
Maybe.
Possibly, definitely, maybe.
CLE is Cleveland.
Just Cleveland.
Cleveland. Cleveland. Now.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's everyone's immediate go-to for Cleveland.
Yeah. I was literally like,
Hey, Peter.
Oh, I love that show, man.
right, here we go. Disco says Scampi fries beats bacon fries. Bacon fries beats cheese moments, hands down. Bacon fries plus cheese moments beats Scampi fries. What?
I don't know, man.
Oh, this is a rock, paper, scissors equation.
Cheese moments can jump in the ocean straight away. But bacon,
So you get cheese moments and bacon together then?
together. Yeah.
It's saying-
But Scampi fries is an awesome snack. I don't care what anyone says.
It's true.
Bacon fries and Scampi. Cheese moments can do one.
Have any of you ever
Right.
had
It's a
a
crap
ploughman's?
A what?
A ploughman's.
Yeah.
But the ploughman's that you get in a packet in a pub.
Oh.
No.
No.
Oh, I've got to show you. It's a taste sensation, only in Yorkshire.
Just sincere. I'll tell you what I really like. Jalapeno pretzels.
Oh, yeah.
Cheeky.
They're awesome. Jalapeno pretzel bites. They're awesome. And there's other companies now, British based, that are making them rather than the German ones.
It's the Germans.
No, you can't do that. You can't make a German product if you're not in Germany.
Yeah. Can't have that. You can't eat it. Can't even look at it.
Outrageous. What am I looking for? Ploughman's.
Ever since you said it, John, I really fancy some ribbon saucy knickknacks.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. I would like that a lot.
I've not got any, but I would love some.
They are yummy. I like the Scampi knickknacks as well.
So
But I do think they've toned down wheat crunchies and knickknacks are nowhere near what they used to be.
I've forgotten about wheat crunchies. The tomato ones were insane.
They were. They're not. They just don't taste of anything.
The bacon ones were good, but you'd still taste them 3 weeks later.
yeah, if you burn
Yeah.
the following morning, yeah, you can still taste them.
Tangy Toms, I bought a set of Tangy Toms from our local, and they're still like mental.
You just give me flashbacks. My favourite crisp as a kid was Snaps.
Snaps. Weren't they the ones that were like little, almost like a quaver?
Yeah, but they were tomato flavoured.
I remember them.
Good.
It was a
Do you
conversation.
remember the puff ones? The ones that were puff. They were like little puff, like almost like somebody got a straw and blown crisp over it, and it was like sealed at both ends. They were full of air, and they were like crunchy, but they cost 2p a bag or something like that.
You think about wheat? You don't think about Wheatos?
No, they're called puffs. I'm sure they were.
Not sure.
I'm going back into the 80s here.
Okay.
Right, I need to show you the ploughmans, and you're going to have your mind blown.
So, Joey, the Super League is rugby, Joey.
David Wilson's off to bed. Cheers, David.
See you, David Wilson. Love you, man. Nice to see you. Right. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready for love? Yes, I am.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I am. Right. These are cool. These are the things. Ploughman's lunch.
I've never seen those before. Wow.
Right. So you go in a pub and basically you get 2 crackers, a couple of pickled onions, and a slice of like cream cheese.
I mean,
And a
playing fast and loose with the term ploughman's there, but yes.
Yeah, and basically you get like a little knife that you can spread the cheese onto your cracker and chop your pickled onion up.
It's like the world's
But it-
most disappointing like Airfix kit.
Yeah, but so we went to a pub when we were on holiday. There you go.
I
It's a
like
bit
I
different.
like
to
that.
that. That's
I like that you
essentially what
searched
it
that.
looks like.
I like that you searched that, and one of the image results is real ale craft beer.
Where?
Scroll down. When you close the image, it showed up. No, on the left hand panel. Scroll down. There you go. It's there. You can see it. Bottom left, 2 in. Sorry, bottom right, 2 in. Middle right.
Oh yeah, look at that. No way. No way.
She's reviewed it.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow, that's happiness. That's happiness right there. I got mugged up. I only got 2 pickled onions on one of mine.
Is that what you get? You get 2 crackers, a little lump of cheese, and 3 pickled onions.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised having a beer with that. It's kind of good.
I want to know who thought we're going to give them 2 crackers but 3 pickled onions. They're going to have to choose a favourite cracker.
Yeah, that's a pain in the arse.
Right, I'm going to show you potato puffs now.
Potato puffs.
These were good. I really like these, but you don't see them anywhere. They spent a lot of money on their branding, which kept the price down.
Cheesy beast.
Cheers. Potato puffs, beef flavour.
Potato, beef flavour. Simple as that. Beef flavour.
At some point in time, that was the height of graphic design, and I'm all for it. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. That is awesome. Puffs.
So they're snaps, aren't they? That's what you like.
Yeah. Although that must be a different flavour because they were red.
Yeah, tomato. They were literally just tomato flavour.
They were great.
Walker's
It
snaps.
was all about the potato puffs for me. They were good.
I've never had those.
I've never had a potato puff in my life.
Have you ever? Do you know how to make an apple puff?
I don't want to know.
How'd you make an apple puff?
Chase it around the garden.
Dear.
Let's have a look. Let's see what 80s crisps retro.
Retro.
Tangy Tums.
Tangy Toms. Oh yes, now we're talking.
Oh yeah.
There's.
Squares.
They not still make those anymore.
Yeah. They still make squares.
Of course, there was Discos named after the one and only.
Indeed, of course there was.
Discos. Actually, genuinely one of my favourite crisps ever. Discos.
I didn't realize Seabrooks were still going until Northern Monk did that fairly horrific cola.
Seabrook. They're a Yorkshire establishment. Them.
John, can you scroll over that picture of like the retro Doritos bag? Can you see it next to the Monster Munch? Left a little bit more. You stuck. There, look at.
Yeah,
do you remember the Doritos? Do you remember when the Doritos bags looked like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good times.
Oh, that was the Doritos 3Ds.
3Ds, yeah.
Ah, yeah, which were actually a Dutch crisp.
I just remember the old branding.
Well,
Simple.
they were pretty much what you can now get called bugles, right? They were basically the same.
Yeah, bugles.
Yeah.
They are lovely, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're a Dutch crisp. My mate's missus is Dutch, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they're totally
well, puff it
they're Dutch. We've had them for years."
They had them in France for a long time as well. I don't know where the actual origin was.
Delicious
Can
Doritos.
you believe Quavers used to look like that?
Wow.
Cheese flavour.
That's bad, isn't it? I don't like
Oh, it's taking me to Twitter. I don't want to go to
I
Twitter.
don't like advertising at all.
Paul was eating these, football crazy.
Football crazy.
I remember Space Raiders.
Oh,
I remember Horror Bags.
I remember there was
What's it? Yeah.
there was a packet of an empty packet of Space Raiders stuck in a hedge at my school. That it was like kind of that first kind of alert to how nothing actually degrades properly, because it was clearly like 2 generations. Like it had probably been stuck there since the 70s. It was that old.
Wow.
I was just saw this thing. I was like, that's not what they look like now.
Oh my days! Bits of pizza. I haven't seen that in ages. Bits of pizza.
There's some on here. What's that one? Tudor crisps. I never saw them. Frazzles.
Frazzles. Love Frazzles. Skips, yeah.
Razzle dazzle.
Look at them. Smith's crisps. Save the animal. Bovril flavour.
In my first job, they had Bovril in the drinks dispenser.
Wow.
But this drinks dispenser was not well engineered, and you could order any drink hot or cold, which meant you could have ordered yourself a hot orange squash or a cold Bovril.
Oh, cold Bovril. That's ropey as fuck.
That's bad.
That is ropey. That's horrible.
So for our American viewers, Bovril is basically
Cold
it
Bovril.
tastes like gravy.
Gravy.
It's like, well, not like the gravy that you know, because you have like your gravy looks like white weird stuff, but our gravy is brown, tastes like beef, and Bovril's kind of like beefy, kind of. Bovril's all right. It is.
I treated myself this past Christmas. We bought pigs in blanket flavour Bisto gravy.
Oh,
it was nice. It was actually really nice.
Suits you, sir. Suits you.
Oh yeah, it was good. Absolute filth.
Anyway, there's only so many days you can look at the option of cold Bovril before something in your mind goes, I need to know.
No, who has cold Bovril? I don't understand.
So here was the joy. The drinks machine, every drink only costs 5p. So you could. I mean, we're going back a little bit, but even then, it was not expensive. So it's worth finding out. It wasn't worth finding out.
That's
rough.
That's so bad.
It is so bad.
Oh, mate.
That's a good question. When does the documentary on Qatari corruption of the World Cup come out? Might be long.
I got nothing to worry about, Joe. You got the next World Cup, man. You got that to look forward to.
I saw today at work an older vet who couldn't get his ears checked because of excessive wax build-up. Imagine being the person who cleans wax out of ears.
Oof. Yeah. You get them videos, didn't you? Of people like do a camera, shove a camera down your ear and pull out an absolute lump of wax in it. Bruh. Not nice. Not nice.
PD kegs vary a lot in price, and they do discounts for kegs dated at the end of the month. You get £5 back on a keg. A friend of mine got the counter down to 20 days left. He didn't know it went that low.
Who knew?
It's amazing, David, considering you're in South Africa, how much you know about British. I
know. David. I think David is originally from these shores.
Ah, right, that makes sense. If they did beer ration stamps and they only let people buy 48 cases a year, most people in the UK would use all their stamps by January 15th. It's true. We would.
That's only the people doing dry January. The rest of us would have used it by the 7th.
It's true. Absolutely.
That's why on YouTube, earwax. No, don't put an earwax removal video on, John.
Nah.
I was going to say, you type in something, don't do it.
Not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it grosses me out.
Yeah.
I like the pimple spotting thing. I've got the thing on the back of my head's getting done soon. So I'm looking forward to having a good old goosey at that. I'm not in the slightest bit posh, born in a house with no bathroom and an outside bog in town just outside Liverpool. No way.
I was
Famous
born in
for
a cardboard
glass
box.
and rugby league.
We lived in cardboard box on streets.
Glass and rugby league.
Jamie's got the answer in front of me.
St. Helens.
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, now of a beer of Mad Giant called Summer Crush, an American wheat beer.
Nice. Very nice.
No one is really ever ready to change out batteries. It's true. Ever ready. Very clever. Shall we have a little look at some 80s toys?
Yes.
I swear I put up a wholly inappropriate.
I was thinking.
82.
Can you imagine? It would be a great gag. None of you would be ready for it. So,
Thrustmaster, 8,000.
you see that there, that one there, the monster thing there.
Where?
I had one of them. That's it there. And it freaked my mum out so bad that she basically threw it away.
Bro, you could break his chains, couldn't you? You pulled it hard enough.
Yeah.
It came away. Yeah. They were great. They were great.
And I had that glowworm when I was really
glowworm.
tiny.
The head lit up, didn't it? You
It
pressed
had
the
a light
button.
in it.
That's it. You pressed the button
Yeah,
inside
that's
the
it.
body and the head lit up. Yeah.
Look what somebody's done to that. Stretch Armstrong.
Tied him up. Bloody hell.
I remember these water things from Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had to lasso them, didn't you? You had to get the hoops onto the.
What the hell is that? E.T.'s finger lights.
No way. No way.
I want to know what E.T.'s fingers done to the person on the right.
I was going to say, what's that with the face on there?
Oh dear, that's well bad, isn't it?
That is well disturbing.
Paul Daniels magic set, 100 piece.
He was a magician.
He was.
Bless
Debbie
him.
McGee. Do you remember Debbie McGee?
Yeah, I remember Debbie McGee. She's still about.
Night, David. Have a good one. I'm probably like a million miles back
No.
now. Good night, David. Nerd question: do you collect or still have? No, I don't have anything like that.
No.
I don't know about you guys. Do you have any wrestling cards or Pokemon or?
No. I'll be honest, given what Pokemon cards are worth now and my ability to collect tat, I'm really, really gutted that when I was a kid, my parents were like, we're not paying this much for cards. Because I would have had a mint's worth had that been the case now, but no.
I used to get the football stickers. I used to get like the annual every year. But yeah, I quickly grew out of that. Just do the Premier League annual and just fill it up with stickers.
Yeah, I never really did that. Oh, do you remember them bloody things? They were in like every petrol station, every gift shop. You went on holiday and those things were everywhere.
Yeah, it's just monsters you stuck on the end of your fingers. Made no sense.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The Raddy's Toys.
Slimer. Yeah.
But I remember that my mate had that and I always wanted it. And
I had
never got it.
Ecto. I had Ecto one.
Did you?
I had Ecto one. Yep.
Oh, that thing was sick. Look how rad that looks.
Ghostbusters was my thing, man. When I was little, loved Ghostbusters.
Do you remember Mask? Do you remember Mask? I had the lorry for Mask. Oh, there he is, look!
I don't remember.
Oh,
this.
that's the smallest image in the world.
So what's Mask? I
So
don't know
that
what
truck there. So Mask was like they were in chat. Somebody in chat help me. They were basically they were like superheroes, but they all had their own funky vehicles that had all sorts of.
It sounds like
cool
budget
things.
Transformers.
It looks like Transformers, yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't because they were real people, and the cars didn't transform into robots. They transformed. They had, like they were right. So on the lorry, the front of it, the grill and everything had rams that come out and push the whole lot forward and could do crazy stuff. These two exhausts would go forwards and be like 50 cal machine guns, and then that back bit would come off, and that could drive separately, and that had like a machine gun attachment, if I remember right. And then this back bit opened, and there was a rocket launcher in there.
John, I'm going to pick up Il Corvo's comment, and he says, "Do you remember Boglins? I need you to search that now because I reckon that was my entire childhood."
I love.
Oh yeah, Boglins.
That's a Boglin there, isn't it? On the left.
Yeah, that's a Boglin.
Yes. Do the search. Do the
Ah.
search. I need to see all of them because I'd forgotten about that.
I want to see what. That's the one I had. That's the one I had. Plunk. It was called Plunk.
It looks just like my auntie.
And he got him with a box. Yeah, that's it. I had the box, and it looked like he was trying to pull the bars apart to get out. They were great.
Yes.
And they're glow in the dark eyes.
Yes, I had these. They were fantastic.
Did they?
Yeah. So you put your hand in them, and they had two little things, and you could flick the eyes left and right. I don't know what I'm doing with my fingers.
Ah.
I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, they were oddly slimy inside.
Yeah. You could control their eyes, and
yes,
they were great.
Well, you can buy that on Amazon for £46.99.
You're joking.
I've probably got one in my loft somewhere if I look hard enough.
I was after price brand new.
Have you seen the ones that are in Home Bargains and they're called Fugglies?
Fugglies.
And they've got I daren't Google that. I daren't Google it. They got teeth and everything. It freaks Lids out. She won't let me buy one for the kids.
I think we've missed quite a few comments, John, if you want to go back up.
Boglins were great.
David says, I remember Tudor Crisps. I don't ever remember them.
I don't know.
I missed loads, but did you ever have hedgehog flavored? Hedgehog flavored?
No.
Flavored crisps, delicious.
Never seen that Ploughman's Lunch thing. Must be far up north thing, direct from circa 1984. No, honestly, you can get them now. It's like you can still buy them.
I've never seen them.
Oh, you can get them in a pub here. Did you ever have hedgehog flavored crisps? What the heck?
What's a hedgehog taste like?
I don't know.
Prickly.
Yeah.
Do you know how hedgehogs do it? And they have sex?
Carefully.
Yes, they do.
I love that. It's all, yes. Stole my joke.
So, Teddy Ruxpin, that wasn't weird at all.
No, look at it. It's scary. Even now, you look at it, it's weird.
Yeah, how is that bear worse than Ted?
Yeah, imagine that bastard thing came to life. Jesus.
So, what's this here? Pregnant Barbie.
It's like a pregnant dolly, doesn't it?
But Barbie was never pregnant because Ken comes in another box.
Hey. Yeah.
That was good.
Who remembers Garbage Pail Kids? I went mad for them at school.
What the fuck is a Garbage Pail Kid?
So
I've
they
never-
were like a Mickey take of
Cabbage Patch.
yeah.
Was with the hairy armpits?
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Garbage Pail were all like hugely offensive. That was the whole point. That was the whole point in them. And now I don't think you'd ever get away with even doing them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Thundercats?
Yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I love that.
I rewatched the entirety of it. Where it went on to either Netflix or Amazon Prime about 3 years ago. I watched all of it.
Oh my god. I want to do that now.
What?
Oh yeah.
Thundercats.
Thunder, thunder, thunder.
Oh,
thunder.
Alf. Do you remember Alf?
Alf. Yeah, I remember Alf. Jewish alien.
I wonder if it was a poke at them. I thought at the time.
Of course it was.
Yeah, it was a bit of a poke. Knight Rider 2000.
Rider.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
look at that. That was so cool.
I can't even look at the car without singing the theme tune in my head. Can't do it.
That's the one of the masked characters. And the car. I had that car, and the front pops out.
It's a transformer.
And that as well. Oh, I thought it was so cool.
Care Bears.
Did you have one of them? You know, the thing that the big track that you programmed and basically drove around.
Oh
for
my
like
god.
2 minutes.
That little chocolate dispenser thing.
I was
My
about to
brother
say-
had one of them.
Yeah, I was about to say the chocolate dispenser thing. Had one of those.
A little miniature
Did you?
dairy milk bars in them. Yeah. you used
Yeah.
to put them-
The irony of that, of course, is you had to load it yourself. So what you ended up doing was not eating the chocolate to put it in to spend some money that you didn't have to put in the machine to eat the chocolate that you'd already put in the machine. It was. I mean, it was
Stupid.
it was poor economics, if anything.
Yeah. Yeah, little chocolate bar dispenser.
Raggy Dolls. Sad
remember-
sack.
The Raggy Dolls, yeah, the cartoon, that was great.
Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls.
Oh no, that's the glowworm I had. That one. There.
Glowworm. Look at the state of that box.
I'm sorry.
The old boxes these things used to come in. It just
Crumby. Oh gosh.
He said it, not me.
I said box.
Yeah, and then you said the old box who used to come in. I was like,
Oh no.
Oh no.
I said nothing. I said nothing.
Walk straight into that one.
That's messed up.
Schoolboy error. What is that?
Tremors. It looks like Tremors.
Oh my god, they did Tremors
yeah.
toys. Wow. Tremors is a great film.
I feel like a lot of mums bought the Game Boy.
Yeah. Oh, look at it.
Oh yes, had one of those.
Thing of beauty. Thing of beauty.
I never had a Game Boy. I always wanted one. I
I had a yellow one.
I only had that one, the super retro
The original.
original.
We put millions of batteries in and it died.
That. I had that. The Tomy racing sim. Well, it wasn't a sim, was it? It was
It was a sim. That was full sim racing. That
that is
right
full
there.
sim racing. That was great fun. Though. I used to play that thing for ages. Just ducking in and out of traffic on the road, wasn't it?
They never had that one. I never saw that.
Mm.
No, I loved it. That's
It's
what
so pimped out.
that's what I had. But I feel like mine was bigger than that though.
Well, it's just you were smaller. That's all.
I had 2 small hands. Looks like a key ring in that photo, doesn't it? It's like, what's the rest of it?
That's a little tiny. It's probably not. Do you remember the ones that used to hold on like that? And you did the controls, and they were timing.
Vaguely.
Oh, what were they called now? Tommy 3D toy. Oh, those things there. That.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Never had one.
No,
Dude,
I never had one, but my mates had it.
Can
And
you
the
type
car
in?
one was sick.
Can you type in the Tommy robot? Do you know what I'm talking about? The
I
little
always
white
wanted
robot.
that and never. Yeah, I always wanted it, and I never got one. And there were
I've got
two
it here.
versions. There was a good one and a kind of naff one.
It's already there. There it is. Right there it is.
Yeah, so
Little
that
white
little
one.
one there, is that what you had?
Little white one with a red face. Yeah. Oh, it was great.
But that one was meant to be the really good one, wasn't it? That would go and get you a cold beer and had a radio on it and stuff like that.
To be fair, that looks like one of the beer machines, doesn't it? That one.
The top. No,
It's like a quart machine,
the
that one.
blade.
The blade.
Yeah,
I
Blade.
remember that one. Do you remember that? My mate had one of them as well, with a big old aerial, Mr. DJ, and it would play the music and it kind of move and lip sync.
Oh, excellent.
Please, if you're from America, did you have any of these?
Yeah. Did you have any cool toys that we had?
Astro Wars. What was that? Astro Wars.
I remember the yellow one as well, but I don't know what he did.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. No way. I think you guys might be a bit too young for this.
I don't remember that.
Look at that. 154 quid if you want one. Holy crap.
Holy crap.
So back in the day, a lot of them weren't backlit with... Oh, that one might have been, but a lot of them weren't backlit properly. So, like those Tommy 3Ds had a little window in the top, and you had to go and park yourself under a light bulb, and that's how it lit the display inside.
Wow.
Look at that, Astro Wars. And that's basically what all that you look in there and you were looking at that. That was the screen.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Oh, early computing was fascinating.
It is. Oh, Tamagotchis.
I never got into that. I was too old for Tamagotchi.
Yeah, I never had my brother had a Tamagotchi. I think my sister might have had a Tamagotchi as well. But I never had a Tamagotchi. Too much hard work. Flashing yo-yo. I did have a flashing yo-yo. So when it went down.
Oh,
yeah.
Came back up again, yeah.
The gyroscopic ones, super flash.
Now they just give them away at fairgrounds, don't they?
Yeah.
You just see kids with them. Just anything that lights up. Well, I hang around fairgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Love it, mate. Love it.
There were these things, right? And I've still never been able to find them. And they were like in the they were late 80s. And they were basically, I can't remember how you got them, but they were like a coaster. But they had like a game with, like, I remember I had a Perrier bottle. We had to get all the bubbles back in the Perrier bottle, but it was like a coaster. And for the life in me, I cannot find those things. They were retro.
I tell you what would be retro. Googling Kellogg's bike reflectors.
Yeah. I remember them.
Yeah, I was talking about.
You mentioned collecting cards and stuff earlier. While we're on retro stuff, I tried to buy on eBay this week. I made the realization that. Anyway, well, let me start at the beginning. You remember the Star Wars Tazo Pog things you used to get in packs as Doritos?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made the realization that when I was younger, I collected all of them and got the full I don't know, we got like the binder to put them all in. So it made sense, right? I got all of them but one.
Oh,
Right, but one. I was missing the Rancor. That was it. And I don't know what. I clearly seen something about like retro toys being worth something. I was like, I wonder how much those things were, because that's the only thing that I know I've got that I might be like, oh, it might actually be a collector's item now. Went on. Turns out a few too many people had him, but like actual fully full binders were going like for 150 quid.
bloody hell.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, well, maybe if I hold on to it for another 5 years, that'll be 250 quid and whatever. But I was like, I know I'm one missing. So I was like, well, let's go on eBay, see if we can find one. Anyway, I found someone selling the one I needed. It was like, yeah. And I won it for £2.50. I was like, right,
Nice.
winner. And anyway, it took like 3 days and they messaged me like, really sorry, but I think I sold that one already. Which other one do you want? I was like, none of them. This is the only one I'm interested in.
One I want. Oh,
So
no.
I'll be going back on that venture soon, just stash back in my loft until the time comes.
You got to finish it. Yeah,
Yeah.
those Kellogg's reflectors, they were great. They had the cornflakes chicken on it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Put them on your
Oh,
bike wheel.
you had the tiger one. That one.
Yeah. Yeah. I always had the cornflakes ones. I had the chicken ones. And my bike was covered in them. You saw me coming at night. It was great.
They probably saved lives, you know.
They probably did. That was the point, wasn't it? They were encouraging kids to go outside back them days. Nowadays, they're like, nope, stay indoors, play video game.
Yeah. Do you remember you used to get them spooky dokies as well? Those things.
Yeah. As your wheel went round, they'd plop. They'd fall off, wouldn't they? They'd, like, just working their way down the spokes and make a bloody racket.
Yeah, they tink, 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 tink as he
It'd be
went
like,
round.
my mate's coming. I can't see him, but I can hear him. Stupid.
What's that one there? Premium robot bike reflector.
Premium robot. I don't remember that one. Oh, honey nut loops. They still make honey nut loops, have they stopped making them?
Yeah. Oh, honey nut loops.
Honey nut
No,
loops.
I don't think they do.
With the bee.
No.
I suppose they
Kellogg.
stopped cereal with sugar on it, haven't they? They're not allowed to promote like sugary cereals now, are they?
True.
Cereal toys from the 80s.
Sugar Puffs. What have they renamed Sugar Puffs now? Because they're not allowed to call them Sugar Puffs anymore.
No, they're called sugar puffs. No, are they called honey puffs?
They're definitely called something different. That they literally had to remove the word sugar from the name. Frosties, they're food.
80s cereal toys UK. Here we go. Oh, I remember those.
Oh my god, the Simpsons water squirter.
Oh yes, I had those.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
had them.
Oh, those are the little things you used to turn inside out, put them on the end of your thumb, and eventually they go and fly off.
Do you remember the boats where I don't know if they were these ones where you put bicarbonate of soda in them? They used to chug along.
Chug.
The Sugar Puffs, now known as Honey Monster Puffs.
Honey Monster Puffs. There you go. Have we got anyone watching this? Or are we kind of talking to ourselves at this point?
I think we might have got to that point.
Right, well, I'll wind the stream up here. It's been a pleasure. We've gone on an 80s rabbit hole.
Yeah,
We've gone down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
it's happened.
Yeah, and for me and Spock and Paul's beer reviews and the Crumbly Bread Man, it's been a pleasure. And we'll see you on the other side. Bonjour.
That's a great place to wind it up because we are just about at 4 hours.
Look at that.
Boom.
Perfect timing.
Boom, boom.
See you later, everybody. Have a good week. What's left of it.
Cheers, everyone.